All right, folks, welcome. This is playoff game number 2 for Civ4 AI Survivor Season 6. So it's the second of our 3 playoff games. Everybody in this match has been either a first time or either a first place or a second place finisher from the opening round. So to go back and give you the quick summary, our opening round winners are Pakal, a surprising Bismarck, and an even more surprising Victoria. Not a lot of support for these leaders in the opening round, but they did all win their opening round matches. Then our second place finishers were Shaka and Cyrus, and in dramatic fashion, Zara from the wildcard game. As far as what people are thinking before the game starting, Pakal was picked to win by about 75% of our contest entrants, so he is a heavy, heavy favorite. People are loving the gold start and the seafood start here for him. The big favorite for second is Cyrus. I have reversed the two of them because I like Cyrus's starting position a little bit more. That might be totally crazy, but we'll see. And Bismarck is a big favorite for first to die. He was picked by about 60 to 65% of the entrants to be first to die. All right, so let's go ahead and get underway. So, what do we have here? Well, that's interesting. So Pakal, despite starting with mysticism, has not opened with a religion. He's opened with fishing. Makes sense because he does have the triple seafood start. So he that makes sense that he wants fishing. He probably just goes on to a religion once he finishes this. Also, Shaka on the mysticism. Shaka, religious Shaka. Yeah, it's religious Shaka, you guys. Now, he's still not guaranteed to get this because Pakal could just open meditation after fishing, and Pakal would win the race because he's financial. Um, but it appears as though he wants to go for a religion. So, yeah. Okay, Cyrus is also going fishing because he's got seafood at the start, but he does not need to have a tech in order to connect his wet corn. All right, so where the settlers going? It is wherever you see the archers is where they're going. So Shaka and Bismarck are apparently heading north. Bakal heading west. That's looks like he's going to stick in that floodplains valley. Victoria heading east, which is okay, and Zara also heading east. So we'll keep an eye on where these guys are going here. Biz heading into the tundra. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking here. Apparently, he's going into the tundra. All right, so this is where I was anticipating that Cyrus would head. I thought he'd go for the gold tile. I mean, so he also has a gold, and he's got another corn, although this is a dry corn, and he'll be able to farm the floodplains as well. So pretty good starting, pretty good opening for him. All right, Vicky, where did she go? So she has picked up the cow plus silk. Not great. One of the problems for Victoria is she doesn't have any rivers in her territory, at least not near her capital. And for a financial leader, that's honestly kind of bad. They really accelerate when they get those financial riverside cottages. So I don't think I mean, her start's not terrible, but I don't think this is great for her. At least she can connect the workboat, get the fish connected right away because she starts with fishing. Meanwhile, Shaka apparently wants to settle up here. Now, this would not be a very good city, except that he's probably going to get a holy city here, it's looking like. Gets a lake tile, though. Okay. I mean, is that really a good tile to work, though? A 203 tile, is that a good tile to work? I don't think it's really that great. And it's not awful, but anyway, so Shaka, this is would be a bad city, but if he gets the holy city in here, he'll get all these resources that are in the second ring. He does start with agriculture. Zulus and Persians have the same starting text, agriculture, hunting. They're the only two that have that. So he basically gets a mini resource tile by farming this. So that's not so bad. Pakal, this looks like a nice spot for a city too. On a plains hill. No resources in the first ring, but floodplains in the second ring, and he's got copper here. He did immediately mine the gold tile, as you guys predicted he would, because he starts with mining. And note that even without wheel tech, he has the gold connected, so he's got an extra happiness resource. He's not working the gold tile right now, for whatever reason. I guess because he wants to grow to size 2. And Zara has also founded a city as well. He is on the coast. Not bad. Double food resources. Not terrible. Not great or anything, but not terrible. He also mined the pigsty, which is a smart thing to do for leaders that, like he's hunting mining starting tech. So this is a smart pickup here to grab this. And, you know, 2 food, 3 production tile, that's not bad. And if he gets agriculture and farms this, he's probably off to a pretty decent start. Then finally, Bismarck is apparently wants to be first to die because he tossed his first city up in the tundra, and there's very little of interest here. He will need to pop borders. Also researching archery, which is the kiss of death to research early for the AI because it puts them behind the 8 ball. All right, what's Pakal going to research? Is he going to go for religion now that he picked up fishing? No, he's going for hunting tech. Okay. Why does he want hunting? Is he going for animal husbandry? No, he just wants hunting. This is a very odd choice because there's no resource in the area that like would be conducive to that. Hunting for his unique unit. Oh, this is his unique. Maybe it's his unique unit. That could explain it. Yeah, he probably wants his unique unit for Hulkins. That's the only thing I can think of as to why he would want that. All right. Well, in any case, Shaka looks like he's going to get this religion because nobody else is going for it. Cyrus is growing like a weed right now off his his research tech. He needs to get mining tech. Oh, he is researching mining. Oh wow, good for him. Vicky has connected her fish. Doesn't have a lot of production, but she's got the fish. Building a settler in her size 1 city. She is imperialistic. We got what is it? 2 imperialistic leaders. The 2 of them at the bottom of the map. And Pakal's building workboats. He still has not picked up the gold tile. Let's see if he picks it up at size 3. Does not appear that he did, from what I'm seeing. Okay, now he picked it up, and now he's accelerated his research onto that. This is smart to grab the 2 mine tiles. Looking good there. All of you on Team Shaka, or not Team Shaka, Team Pakal, definitely looking good. I think Kajatliak's like the only one on Team Shaka in this game. Shaka is connected. He connected his ivory. Well, improved it. It's not connected because he needs wheel for that. And then farmed these 2 tiles. Though he really should have farmed more floodplains because the rice tile kind of stinks. And is now going for a settler there. Cyrus building workboats. All right. Yeah, Pakal's holy city will be very nicely located. Looks like a pretty good start for him, to no surprise. So the early religions will be Shaka and Pakal should split the early religions. It's honestly kind of hilarious how much more income Pakal has right now than everyone else. He's literally double anyone else's research rate because he's got the gold tile. So, but Cyrus is going to have this gold tile too, so he's also going to have the accelerated start. I mean, there's a reason why people were picking these 2 leaders to be the top 2. All right, let's see what Shaka is going to pick. Wow, he's already building a barracks in his capital. His unique barracks. Let's see what religion Shaka picks. Judaism. Okay. Shaka has no particular, because like certain leaders will pick certain religions if they are the first to found them with choose religions on, and Shaka can just pick whatever. All right, so there's one religion, and now here's the other religion, Hindu. Okay, so Pakal goes with actual Hinduism, which he got from polytheism. So he just picked the actual religion at that tech, and now he's building a settler in this city. Still working the gold tile there. But over here, Cyrus also working the gold tile. So, who's working on who's going to get the first settler out? I think it might be Victoria because she's got the imperialistic bonus, building it in her second city. Cyrus is building one in his second city. Needs to get more production here. Even with imperialistic, he's not getting too much of a bonus here because the base he's only actually getting 1 extra production per turn. He should probably work this tile instead of this tile because of the imperialistic bonus. All right, and Pakal converts over. A lot of people on archery right now. So we'll watch the settlers as they come out and see. Vicky has connected her 2 cities. That gets her the extra commerce for the trade route. I'm pretty sure she's going to be the first one to get the settler out. A lot of people building settlers at size 1. Oh, Cyrus actually farmed them. Okay. Huh. He probably mines this tile next and then gets the imperialistic bonus there as well. This city is very large already. I guess he needs to spam out some archers. Still curious who gets this spot. I really think this is like a key spot. If you have Cyrus to do well in this game, you want him to grab this location. Vicky's going to get the settler out first. It's just, does she want to go for that spot? Of course, we don't know that Cyrus wants to go for that spot either. And yeah, a lot of people are going to have settlers out shortly, but Vicky's going to have it first. So let's watch her settler and see where it goes. Also, Pakal, is he going for early pottery here? He is going for the wheel. He is going for pottery. That is a great choice for him to pick that up and start laying down cottages. He's already got one workboat done. Now he's going to fill out the others. Yeah, I mean his territory is really nice at his capital. All right, where is this Vicky settler going? Here it is, right here. Now she cannot afford to have this killed by the barbarians. It looks like she moved it back into her territory because barbs are in the area. Oh, never mind. That's very safe. Two archers guarding it. Should be totally safe. But it looks like she wants a spot over here. It's kind of an odd spot to send the settler. Should be some others out on the map now as well. Let's see. Zara has one moving north as well. Bismarck's about to finish. One of them is just done from Shaka, but let's see where Vicky actually plants this city. It's right here. Shaka on masonry. Come on, animal husbandry, Shaka. Why hasn't he researched animal husbandry yet? One of his key techs. Very easy for the Zulus to get to animal husbandry. All right, I think she's going to plant right on this spot. I mean, this is not a bad spot at all, right? Yeah, good spot for a city. Claims the gold tile. Once you can chop down the jungle rice. Has an oasis for some food. Not bad, but it does mean that this spot is still open if Cyrus wants to claim it. And it looks like he does because he's heading in that direction. Anyway, in the meantime, we have Zara. Looks like he's about to found... Okay, this is not a good city for Zara. Excuse me, very choked by jungle. But it does bring horses into his territory, so that's a plus. And he does have animal husbandry. We can see he's connected, his horses. If you want to look at his capital, he's got the horses connected, and then he's mined a whole bunch of tiles because he's at the happiness limit. This is pretty smart way to run his capital because there's no need to work the rice tile. He's already at max. He can't grow any higher. Instead, he's got 13 base production. So, you know, he might be able to slam out some more units there. Vicky, I know we had a request to look at the capitals. Boy, working that Plains Cottage. I don't know about that, but she's connected her resources pretty well. Cyrus, he is not working his food tile for some reason. Building a granary. Working mostly he needs to get bronze working pretty badly. Instead is on masonry for some reason. Shaka building Stonehenge. What is this? Religious Shaka. Shaka, where is he sending his settler, by the way? Shaka. South. Down into the jungles to the south. Biz is apparently going to settle up on Shaka, and Pakal is moving to the south for right now. Biz's capital is not looking so great. He needs animal husbandry. He doesn't have it yet. Pakal is, yeah, doing Pakal stuff. Looking pretty good. All the people on Team Pakal are like, yeah, let's go. Nice looking capital there. Has connected all his resources thus far. So, yeah, he's going to be a research monster to be sure. All right, so I think Cyrus is going to plant here because he doesn't see the copper yet. He doesn't have bronze working. Yeah, not a bad spot for a city. The ivory will be nice for him. Like he's been able to, now he has researched wheel tech, Cyrus, so he can connect his city. He's going to connect the gold. It's a good opening for Cyrus too. Cyrus and Pakal definitely looking pretty strong here. And Shaka, if he gets Stonehenge, really, If Shaka gets Stonehenge, that would easily get him a shrine for his holy city. Could be a fun Shaka game as well. All right, let's see where Pakal actually settles his city. Looks like he's heading into the jungles too. So if there is an issue for Pakal, it's that he's going to be very close to Zara here. Now maybe they like get the same religion or something, and like they can be friends that way. But like, look, they're very close to one another. So, oh, actually, Zara might get the Stonehenge. I mean, if Zara founds the third religion, that would suggest heavy conflict between them. I don't know if Zara is going to. It's just he tends to emphasize religion. He's going for wheel, which is the correct tech for him. Another thing that's going to help Pakal is he's going early bronze working, so he'll be able to chop trees, and he's got copper here at this city. Biz researching tundra. This feels like a dangerous settlement for Bismarck. He's very close to Shaka. Feels a bit dangerous. Also leaving room for Pakal to keep expanding over here. Does seem like a good start so far for Pakal. Wow, 3-turn settler. Holy cow. This is what imperialistic can do. Yeah, that feels like that's the fastest. Oh no, never mind. Vicky's also got another settler out. Okay, go Vicky. Vicky's even faster than a lot of people building Stonehenge right now. So it's Vicky who's going to have the third or fourth settler out. Third settler for fourth city, yes. And that copper is still available. But if you can't see the copper, it's kind of a not as desirable location. All right, so yeah, Vicky gonna connect her gold here as well. Get her that extra happiness. One nice thing for Cyrus though is he's charismatic. He gets the extra happiness. Well, he's got gold, and he's about to have ivory as well. So he's gonna have a lot of extra happiness to grow these cities higher. We know the AI struggles with happiness. All right, so where are you sending that settler, Vicky? Just finished it. Still standing in the second. It's still just standing in the capital. Okay, so that's a thing. Just stand in the capital. Just been wondering where she's going to send this. Maybe she's worried about barbarians or something. I'm not sure. Zara's finishing wheel, which he really needs to connect his resources. All right, so Pakal finishes bronze working. He'll connect his. Oh, so Zara gets Stonehenge. Probably the leader who least needs it in the game with his creative trait, but he's got it. He denies it to Shaka, who comes up a little bit short. Bit unfortunate for him. I'll just refresh the map real quick while I'm thinking about it. Does Bismarck have mysticism? I doubt that he does right now, because I haven't seen him research it yet. No, he does not have mysticism right now. Which, yeah. So Shaka's settling was delayed a little bit because he stopped to build Stonehenge. Biz does have another settler right now. Pakal stopped to build Stonehenge as well, but now he'll go back to building something else. Wait, Vicky is sending out a settler just escorted by a warrior? That feels a little bit dangerous. Well, this is certainly not where she should be sending this settler. Down into the tundra. I mean, there's some decent land down there, I guess, but could have picked a better spot than that. Like, Cyrus is probably going to grab this spot or this spot. Which is a much, much better location for a city. Yeah, that's a nice spot. Especially once it pops I was going to say especially once it pops borders, but he's starting with a monument, which is the correct first build to get the horses and the corn in play. So Cyrus spreading out nicely here in the early game. Really just needs to grab this spot here. He's researching bronze working, so he should probably claim it. Meanwhile, Pakal, where's the next settler, Pakal? See, this is the one danger anytime you pick Pakal is where are the settlers, man? I mean, maybe he'll be fine. He's getting out some Hulkins right now, but there is always that danger he doesn't expand. Anyway, so Victoria's on the Great Wall, which I don't feel will be that helpful on this map. She planted this spot here. I mean, not terrible or anything, but does feel like this is a really crucial spot to get that has not been claimed. Cyrus is getting culture in his cities via monuments. Let's see. So there's another settler almost done here for Zara over here. Zara is third in score, but again, a lot of that's just creative culture, giving him early land points. It's also noteworthy to see who has managed to get resources connected. It's like Zara has horses connected. We know that there's metal connected for, actually, metal has not been connected yet for Pakal, but it will be on this turn. And before we even get the request from the chat, here's the Hulkin. I don't know if Link Mario Samus is in here yet, but there you go. We've actually got slightly different coloring on the Hulkin because I switched their colors to France to make them look a little bit more distinct from Cyrus. So there you go. There's a bronze working. There's a settler for um, Pakal. Look at this, size 8 capital already. This is pretty nutty this early in the game. Definitely off to a good start. Hey, Link Mario Samus. So let's see. Bismarck has Biz has got a settler running to the center of the map here. Just planted well away from anyone else's cities for the time being. So he gets out to 4 cities. Really needs mysticism tech badly. Shaka, the pause to research to build Stonehenge really hurt Shaka. He also needs to get wheel tech because I don't think he has his cities connected at all. He just researched wheel, so now he'll be able to build roads between them. We saw Cyrus was building. He just planted a city and he's about to finish another settler. So doing the imperialistic thing and just expanding. This city should be totally safe against these. One barb city thus far. Do we have a second barb city? We do. Okay, that could be a little annoying for Pakal, a barb city there. Just like that could be annoying for Shaka and Cyrus. Vicky is pausing to build wonders, so she's not expanding at the moment. I believe Zara just finished a settler too. Yeah, he has one in this city here. A lot of jungle for Zara. He's going to need to get iron working. So Cyrus is finishing bronze working. We know Bismarck just finished. So what's Bismarck's metal situation? Let's see. He's got iron. He doesn't have copper or a prayer of getting. I guess he could get copper there. I was going to say he doesn't have a prayer of getting copper, but he could always get it over here. Has horses at his capital, so he just needs to get wheel now. Oh, did he crash his research with the city so far away? Not great, but hasn't completely crashed his research yet. Oh, look at this. There's barbarians raiding Cyrus's territory. You'd think he'd be able to stop this from happening, but might still get pillaged here. Oh, he killed it with an archer, so I guess he's okay. And that makes 50 turns. So right now, Cyrus is the score leader. Pakal probably just because he doesn't have a third city yet. Oh, look at this. Barb archers over here, menacing this. Probably have to cancel that farm. But Pakal should be fine. He's got axes finishing. And he just completed a settler, didn't he? He's got a worker and a settler in his capital here. So he should be out and expanding on the map. Cyrus is going to apparently drop a city here, which is a good spot for a city. I just keep wondering when he's going to grab the floodplains. But he's got yet another settler in production. Yeah, we saw there was a barb city up here a minute ago. All right, so let's take stock of where they all are. 50 turns into the game. I think Pakal is looking good. The only thing about Pakal is he hasn't expanded that well. My one concern for Pakal is he gets pulled into conflict with Zara, which I think is a possibility. Biz is not off to a good start. Shaka, I don't know quite what Shaka is doing. I don't think Shaka's off to a good start. If I had Shaka to win, I would not be feeling great right now because he seems to be stuck on the 3 cities. I suspect he'll expand out a bit further, but it has not been a good opening for Shaka or Bismarck. I think the other 4 leaders are all doing reasonably well. Like Vicky, the one thing I don't like about Vicky is she stopped building settlers right now to build the Great Wall. That could cost her. Again, I keep harping on this, but I really do think that this is a very valuable spot. And like if Cyrus gets this spot, well, that means Cyrus gets all the land in between the 2 of them. Like, if Vicky's capital is here, if she doesn't get any cities to the west of her capital, that's a problem. Okay, so let's look at the graphs. 50 turns in. Pakal has the most GMP. That's not really a surprise. Wow, this is not a good sign for Bismarck. Not a good sign that his GMP is down here. All right, production. Vicky is actually first in production, interestingly enough. Food. Okay, Cyrus is leading the pack in food, though. And we know that that tends to be valuable. Everybody's pretty grouped up in power. No real difference there. Culture, Zara, and Pakal, and the shocking Shaka, tongue twister there, are the ones that are leading in that regard. So we still don't have our third religion yet. That could also scramble things. All right, Pakal's at 25 beakers per turn. Bismarck's at 4 beakers per turn. Uh-oh. Vicky is keeping pace with Pakal, though, 23 beakers per turn. Shaka said, yeah, Shaka is keeping pace, too. Cyrus, I mean, Pakal's ahead in research, but not that much. I mean, I guess that is significant to be, like, Cyrus 18 versus... but part of the issue is Pakal has no expenses at all. His expenses are 5 right now. Has literally no expenses at all, which will go up over time. And Zara's research is not especially great. Like, all of his cities are connected by trade routes, but he hasn't started cottaging yet either. So I still think Pakal's in good shape. The only concern, like I said, is that Zara comes after him and slows him down. Okay, Pakal, not surprisingly, first in research. And yes, that farm had to be canceled because of the barbarians. So Cyrus now has finished bronze working, going on iron working, so he'll definitely have metals at that spot, if nowhere else. Oh, he's gonna found on the horses? Okay. I never understand why the AI does this. Like, why not just found here? Both resources in first ring. But no, gonna settle on the horses. It's like, no, I must have horses. Give me the horses. Guess he really wants his immortals. The good news is the AI with their cost discounts on deity. Like, look at this. The monument's 18 production. It's ridiculous. He actually does need to pop borders here so we can get those pigs in range. I suppose there's a very minimal chance he could actually lose a city here. The odds of that are like non-existent, but it could happen. I guess he went for the whale. Yeah, you guys are right. He went for the whale. So Vicky is now also finished bronze working. And there's yet another settler. I'm going to keep the camera focus over here for the time being. So Pakal did get, well, never mind. Forget what I just said. We're not going to keep the camera focused over here. Pakal got his 4th city, and it's a good one. Again, on this huge river network that looks super fertile. And he grabs horses as well. So again, his city locations have been quite good. We have a new Zara city. It's continuing to settle the border. Again, I strongly suspect that these two are going to come into conflict with one another because they have peace weight concerns. Although they are pleased right now. It's kind of interesting that they're pleased with one another. They have peace weight issues, and they're going to have border tension to be sure. Vicky's the worst enemy of Shaka. Pakal's the worst enemy of Victoria. Oh, huh. Victoria not liking Pakal. Huh. Well, that could also be a concern too. 2v1 against Pakal between Zara and Vicky could be an issue. But Pakal could also just spread his religion to Zara. That's also a possibility too. Could also just become friends from shared religion. All right, so Shaka planted his 4th city over here on the coast, and Bismarck got a 5th city over here. So for all that Pakal has awesome land, he is starting to run out of space. Like, there's a lot of open land here. It's not that much over by Pakal. And he's building a city, or a settler in a city that takes 22 turns. So he's not exactly rushing to get another settler. As we've said before, oh, he's going to found another religion here. He's going to bury the 3rd religion. If his minority religion spreads to other leaders, that could actually be a little iffy for him. So Cyrus does actually get this copper, and he found it directly on the resource. What is with him in settling on resources? But this is what I liked about Cyrus's position. He is the first to 6 cities. He has basically gotten all the land between himself and Victoria. The wall, yeah, the wall separating their territory that shall not be crossed. I just like that you can do this with the flying camera. Just do like a flyby on the Great Wall. Da 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 da. This is the wall that shall not be crossed, except by these guys, apparently. Anyway. But yeah, it is amusing that there's like literally this physical barrier. Okay, does Vicky have another settler out? No, she doesn't. And she doesn't have one in production either. Uh-oh. Where is the Vicky that got 19 cities from playoff from the opening round game? Yeah, she is not expanding very well here. Oh no, Great Lighthouse and not another settler. Oh, this is problematic. This is looking more and more like Vicky will build some wonders that someone else then takes over for themselves later on. Vicky back to being Vicky, indeed. Okay, so this is good news for Team Pakal, like most of you guys are. He did start another settler. It's not just Chichen Itza, he's got another settler under production in Lakama. And Zara, he does not have a settler out. Or, oh no, he has one out on the map. Never mind. That's why he's not. I don't know about this pyramids build. That doesn't feel like the best decision there. Feels like that is a big time mistake. Does Zara have bronze working? Anyway, so whoa, double holy city? Wow. That means that all of Pakal's cities were already Hindu. Yep, all of his cities were already Hindu. That's why it popped up there. So Pakal had better hope that Hinduism spreads to his neighbors and not Islam, because if it's Islam that spreads to his neighbors, that could be an issue. We'll have to see if he pops into organized religion and starts spreading Hinduism. That wouldn't be the worst decision. So we haven't really been watching Bismarck. He is actually expanding reasonably well. He's out to 6 cities, occupied a decent amount of territory, like better than Shaka. Shaka's not expanding at all, or at least struggling to expand. Um, but he really needs to connect his cities. His economy has to be absolute garbage because he doesn't have like he has all these cities that don't have road connections between them. He just finished wheel tech. Meanwhile, Pakal's on writing. Yeah, Pakal has some large cities due to all that early happiness, and going for the early Moai as well. Although that might not be the best build. Anyway. So elsewhere, yeah, um, we are continuing to see Persia do Persia things, expand with imperialistic. There was a Zara. Oh, here we go. This is what I was trying to remember to find. That there was a Zara settler out. Was waiting to see where he pops this city down. Zara, his economy not looking so hot right now. Still researching bronze working. He needs iron working, not bronze working, but obviously has to go through bronze working first to get there. So Zara is not looking so hot, honestly. Where's this city going? All right, onto the coast. At least he's got sailing for trade routes connection here. He needs that commerce pretty badly. Actually working the lake tile. So we've got another Cyrus city here in the middle of the map at Bactra. And he's still building more settlers too. So doing the imperialistic thing. Although it looks like Shaka is going to get a city here. Now if Shaka and oh, Shaka actually turned around and moved back. Apparently they both wanted this calendar resource cluster. And Shaka turned around and headed in the other opposite direction. Oh, never mind. He granted that spot. Still, could definitely see some conflict between Cyrus and Shaka. I suspected that it would be Bismarck and Shaka, but not guaranteed. So Shaka's on 5 cities. He's building Jewish missionaries. I wonder who he's now. Where he sends these is a big deal. Who he converts with these missionaries, or if he converts anyone at all. Could just be for his own cities. In terms of power, everybody's pretty close except Zara, because Zara doesn't have a metal resource connected yet. Curious if Vicky does this every alternate history. Oh, we had. Oh, hey, look at that. Pakal got the barbarian city. Nice, good for him. That's a big plus for him because that will allow him to continue expanding to the north side of the map. Could have easily gone to someone else, and he also tossed this city down in the middle of the map. A Hulkin smash. Seriously. He promoted it to woodsman, so it was probably a little fortunate that he got the kill with that. But it's not like Bismarck has metal units right now, so I don't know who else would have gotten that city. So yeah, Pakal actually expanding pretty well here. That Barb city capture was nice. So it looked like he might get stuck on 4 cities, but now he's on 6. So it looks like he'll get his fair share of the land. And with his economy, that's going to be put him in a good position, to be sure. It does feel like Bakal and Cyrus have separated a bit from the pack. Like I know on the scoreboard, Zara looks okay, but Zara's economy is kind of garbage right now. Can we see the resources at Goth? Yeah, it looks like a good city. It's got actually 3 food resources. Pretty good stuff. We actually have So Vicky gets Great Lighthouse. You know, it would be nice more than 4 cities, but you know, Great Lighthouse is something. She did manage to connect a metal resource because she's got iron and she has iron working. I mean, her economy is going to be great with very low costs because she has so few cities. But I worry about someone who only has 4 cities after 68 turns when Cyrus is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities right now, and is probably the favorite to take the Barb City too, because Immortals are so good against archers. Like this will slow down Persia's economy in the short run, but in the long run, yeah, I really like Pakal and Cyrus's openings so far. Pakal's big thing is can he just run away in tech before he gets stopped by other leaders? So he's going to finish the Oracle here. Oh, he founded another religion. Did he take theology with the free tech as Zara finishes bronze working? Wait, what did he? Oh, he took Code of Laws. He took Code of Laws. Okay, Code of Laws. All right. Well, this religion being in the center of the map means it is kind of likely to spread to someone else, having the holy city in this location. And there's a lot of leaders that are pretty ripe for a lot of leaders that are ripe to get religion because right now Pakal and Shaka are the only ones with religions. I wonder where the heck that's going to spread, that Christianity, if anywhere. But yeah, he has four. He has 3 of the 4 religions so far. Certainly would be good if he chooses to go for cultural victory later on. Although we've noted that he normally goes for spaceship and not culture. All right. I was trying to see if Zara had a settler. It appears that he does not. Oh yeah, there's a Christian missionary. Where's that going to go? Does he have open borders with anyone? I believe he's the only one with writing tech. He has open borders with Cyrus and Shaka. Is he going to go convert? Is he going to go convert Cyrus to a religion he's not following? Because that would be pretty hilarious. Where did that missionary go? Oh, here comes the Hindu missionaries. Apparently, he's building Hindu missionaries in organized religion. We'll see who he spreads that to. Anyway, yeah, Vicky just really has not expanded. Oof. Well, she's got the Great Wall, so these barbarians can't come into her territory, but she seems to be largely out of territory right now. She's gonna found a city over here, I guess, but I think she's mostly out of room after that. So Pakal doesn't have any shrines yet. Well, he should get one pretty soon though, because he did build the Oracle, so he'll get one in time if he does nothing else, unless he runs more specialists over there. Oh, Vicky, why would you plant this close to Zara? I guess she wanted the copper, but I feel like you could have gotten the copper and not been right on the border like that. Anyway, let's keep an eye out for. So in terms of power, it's Bakal and Cyrus at the top of the heap thus far. For all that Bismarck's opening wasn't great, he did get his fair share of the territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. This is the most recent one from Shaka, I think. Wait, Shaka is in the driver's seat to build the pyramids? Is that true? What is this Shaka we've gotten today? Who is this Shaka we have? Getting fail gold for the pyramids would probably be the best thing that Zara can have, so we can limp to ironworking with fail gold. And I'm trying to keep an eye on this Barb city over here too. Although it looks like Cyrus is going to found yet another city. Yep, there it is. All right, so Pakal inexplicably converts Cyrus to a religion that he's not following. So, okay. Create some religious tension there. Pakal doesn't really like some of his neighbors all that much. Yeah, now he's -3 and -2. He's cautious with most people. He's pleased with Zara thus far. Are you sure you didn't accidentally mix up the personalities? No, it's just I don't know what got into Shaka this game. We see another Cyrus city, which was founded to get the fish, I suppose. And Vicky, oh Vicky, no, you can't put cities outside the wall, Vicky. This is beyond the wall. Bakal is going to get Shaka to kill Cyrus. I mean, do you really think that's going to happen? I mean, if Shaka and Cyrus fight, I don't think it's going to be Cyrus that's dying. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's Cyrus who's dying if the two of them fight. Anyway, still very early on here. Haven't seen any conflicts break out just yet. All right, pyramids for Shaka, apparently. But Cyrus and Pakal have definitely accelerated a bit ahead from the rest of the field. They look like the strongest. And then it's just going to be like what happens then gets determined by the wars that break out. So like Zara, yeah, Zara is now able to rush ahead to ironworking. That fail gold actually is probably the best thing that could happen to him because he really needs that. So Vicky's picked up Pakal's religion. Could actually be really bad for Cyrus that he is on a different religion that no one else is following. Maybe that was a poison pill religious spread. Maybe he was deliberately trying to screw over Cyrus by converting him to Christianity. I don't know. So Cyrus has finished writing now. Cyrus is like a little bit behind Pakal in terms of research. So we should probably check in to see if anyone's plotting war right now. He's read it out, but apparently is not plotting war. Pakal is not. Zara is not. Shaka. Surely Shaka is plotting war. Nope, not yet. Bismarck is not plotting war. Okay. So peaceful game thus far. Peaceful game is advantage Pakal. He wants this game to remain as peaceful as possible for as long as possible because no one else can out economy him in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities thus far. He's mostly out of room. He might be able to cram in 1 or 2 more, but he's mostly out of room to expand now. He could get this barbarian city, although it would be auto-raised. Pakal has popped silver at his second city. Oh, yeah. Well, he definitely needed that advantage. Okay. So Pakal's doing a nice job of converting people to his religion thus far. That will alleviate border tension with Zara by getting him to flip into his religion. Now, Zara can plot it pleased, but that will definitely help. Yeah, talk about it. He definitely needed another happiness resource. He's about to get counter. Oh, by the way, he also built Moai at his capital, which was a nice decision. I don't know why he's working this tile over this tile, but as I said, I'm not sure that he needed that advantage, but it does look like he got it. Shaka adopts police state. Okay. Is he plotting war yet? Shaka adopts police state. Let's see if he changed his mind. Nope, not yet. Vicky adopts hereditary rule. Okay. A little surprised that this Barb City is holding out. I guess there's a sword attacking it. Killed a couple of the defenders. Over here, so far at least Cyrus does not seem to have targeted that Barb City. Shaka's favorite civic. I guess that makes sense then. Can we get a beaker count? Okay. I mean, I think we know more or less what it's going to look like. Pakal has the most, so 46, 14. Yeah, Bismarck's economy is struggling. Actually, no, Vicky's the tech leader, 68, because she hasn't expanded. Shaka 15, uh-oh. Cyrus 36. How's Cyrus keeping up with Pakal? Not quite there, but his expenses are very high. Like he's having to run 50% gold. Pakal's also running 40% gold. And Zara, yeah. So it's like Vicky and then Pakal, and to a lesser extent Cyrus have good economies. Zara and Bismarck and Shaka do not have very good economies right now. Cyrus is actually the score leader for what that's worth. So it does not get a shrine. Initial great person is a scientist. Maybe he'll light bulb philosophy with that and get another religion, which would be hilarious. A lot of people on mathematics right now. All right, yet another person flipping into Pakal's religion. So Cyrus needs to be seriously concerned that he is in a religion that no one else is following. He like has this poison pill religion just because one Christian missionary ran over there and converted his size 1 city. We'll see how long he sticks with that. Pakal might just flood him with more Hindu missionaries. Pakal denied a fishing village from Zara. He did, yeah. I mean, hey, one more city for Pakal, one fewer for Zara. It does make a difference. He also crammed in this fishing village too. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cities. If I'd known he was going to get that many cities, I probably would have picked him for first. I didn't think he'd get this much. I didn't think Pakal would get this much territory. I thought he'd slow down a bit, but he really didn't. All right, and Shaka has started the first war, not against Bismarck, against Cyrus. All right. Let's mark that down. So there is both danger and opportunity here. If Cyrus is able to snowball over Shaka, he could emerge as a truly dominant force on this map. But he doesn't have construction yet, and Shaka's not really who you want to be clashing with in the early game. A little surprising that Shaka didn't go after Bismarck. This is one of our really big early RNG things in the game. Shaka choosing to go not after Bismarck, who's right on his borders, but after Cyrus instead. Yeah, Shaka with police state is not to be laughed at because he's going to just throw a gazillion units at you. This might look scary, this stack, but it's mostly archers, so I don't think they're going to have much success, even though this city doesn't have walls yet. Yeah, that did not really go anywhere. So Cyrus will need to get, he's going to need to get construction. Zara getting a profit is interesting, though, because he might be able to light bulb theology with that if he chooses to go after it. Well, he would have to get polytheism, monotheism to get that. So, oh, he's going for a very, very slow calendar. So he'll probably just merge it into his city as a super specialist, would be my guess. I don't know. Hard to say what he's doing with his great prophet. I have no idea. Oh, here it is. I'm kind of curious what he's going to do with this great prophet now. It's underneath this axe. I think he completes Temple of Artemis. Never mind, still running around. Who knows? All right, meanwhile, over here in our one actual war, Shaka has attacked and done nothing. I was trying to pull up the power chart. He lost some units, but he's attacking the person with the highest power. Now, if he had actually attacked Bismarck, he'd be in much better shape. But Cyrus, as I said, probably won't be able to make any progress unless he can get construction for catapults to take down defenses. All right, so Pakal, hereditary rule. If you're curious about the diplomatic situation, so let's see. Pakal, he's reasonably well liked by most leaders, but cautious, Bismarck cautious, Victoria cautious, Shaka cautious. Cyrus and Zara like him. Zara is most unhappy with Cyrus because of that religion, although he doesn't border Cyrus. Shaka is not too well liked. Victoria does not like some of these leaders. She really doesn't like Cyrus either. Let's just see if anyone else is plotting anything. Nope, not right now. Vicky's pretty peaceful, so not surprising. Zara is probably the one most likely. Yeah, he is plotting with somebody. Now he can declare war at pleased, so he could be going after. Like he's not necessarily going after Cyrus. So who knows what he's doing? Plotting war with someone. He can't really, like I said, he can't really reach Cyrus right now, but we know that doesn't always stop the AI. Stack seems to be building against Pakal. Yeah, he does. He does seem to be building his stack up here, which would suggest Pakal as his target. I mean, they do have a fair bit of border tension. That would be a noteworthy development if he went after Pakal. Try to stop just the financial runaway. Yeah, Cyrus got attacked again and just nothing happened. Amusing that there's this Barb City over here. Yeah, this seems to be where the stack is building right now for Zara. Seems to be. But, like, I don't see him walking towards the western border just yet. I don't know. We'll see. So far, Shaka is not achieving a whole lot. Cyrus went for monarchy. He did not go for fast construction, but his economy seems to be pretty good overall. Does he have masonry? He does have masonry. I was going to say, does he even have masonry to go for construction? But he does. Going for more economic techs. Certainly has enough resources to make use of calendar. Now look at all these resources he's got. No wonder he's pretty strong on the scoreboard. Anyway, for right now, I'm continuing to watch to see if this stack moves somewhere. Oh, it just moved some. Oh, you guys. There it goes. Now, has this city ever grown to size 2? Because if it has, it will be. This city definitely falls. If this city has reached size 2, it'll be captured. If it has never reached size 2, it'll be auto raised. All right. Well, let's see. Apparently, it had reached size 2. It must have been whipped. All right, war declaration number 2. So Pakal does not just get to run away with the game economically for free, which was a possibility. He is going to get at least some competition. There's war number 2. All right, well, he is researching construction. If you're curious about power situation, wow, these two are tops in power. Biz is apparently building up to attack someone too. Or no, never mind. He's just building a lot of military. Okay. By the way, Bismarck, for all that we had him as the big favorite for first to die, oh, this apparently this Barb City was captured by Pakal as well. For all that we kind of were like knocking this guy for his first to die status, he's actually looking decent right now. He's like middle of the pack. Well, I guess he's technically last in score, but I don't think his situation's that bad. That's not a Barb City? Oh, the Barb City was auto raised and then Pakal founded there. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, Biz will have a part to play if he wants. Um, yeah, Cyrus is. Oh, wow, look at all those. Shaka just builds so many units, I swear. Who moves first between the two of these? It looks like Shaka moves first. Let me just double check. Yeah, Shaka moves and then Cyrus moves. I mean, that's a lot of units, but again, I don't see that breaking through the defenses there at all. If Cyrus gets construction, I think he'll be able to do something. All right, so Zara sniped off the initial city. What are his chances to get further than that? Probably not great. Probably not great. He definitely does not have as many cities. He doesn't have as many production queues as Pakal. So long term, that will not go well for him. But we'll see. Anyway, it's turn 100. So let's take a quick look at the charts. GNP, Vicky and Pakal are kind of running away. But again, Vicky has so few cities. I don't see her being strong long term. Production's pretty close. Pakal and Cyrus are tops there. Food, Cyrus is still number 1 in food. It's consistently been ahead. Poor Zara. Zara needs to cut down all this jungle. He'll be okay after that. Power, Cyrus has been spiking for a while, and we saw Biz was building up. And then culture, Zara, Pakal, and again, the bizarre Shaka, cultural Shaka this game. Shaka's researching horseback riding. So that's kind of our current situation. The wild cards right now are Vicky, if she chooses to get involved in a war. I mean, I guess she's expanded. She did manage to take that Barb city down there. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities and no prospects to get more. I guess that's not terrible. She is financial, so her research punches above her weight. We'll see if she ever chooses to do something. She doesn't like Cyrus very much, which is a concern for him. Anyway. So Pakal is the largest, Cyrus is the second. Shaka is third largest in terms of territory. Doesn't feel like that on the map, but I trust the rankings. So this stack has not. Jesus, Cyrus built a lot of units. Or not Cyrus, Shaka. My God, he built a lot of units. This city really should add walls. I don't know why he wouldn't just add walls here for the 50% defensive bonus. Is there any army on the move here? I guess there's technically one, but this is not going to go anywhere. Let's see if Shaka has any success. You just don't really want to fight Shaka because he's just going to build a gazillion units. And Cyrus has continued not to go for, yeah, this attack is not going to succeed. Not because this city is on a hill. So Shaka has kind of lucked into a really strong defensive fortification. The city's on a hill and it has walls. So this is just like never going to get captured unless catapults are in the mix. Like, look at this stack for Shaka. I mean, geez, dude. It's a lot of units. It's a lot of units. Now, again, a lot of them are just chariots and impies, which are not really offensive units, but still, it's a lot of units. This dude is just crazy in terms of what he builds for military. All right, anyway, over here, there doesn't appear to be any armies on either side. I mean, I guess there's technically this force here, but like, what is this force really going to capture this city? Come on, 60% defenses across a river. Come on. Not going to happen. The best they can do is just look to pillage or something. All right, Cyrus now is going for construction. Ooh, Vicky just founded her own religion. And remember, she'll get a missionary from that too. Where is York? Where's York? Oh, there it is. So she'll get a missionary, so she will almost certainly flip into this religion. Well, maybe not. She has a lot of Hindu cities. One, two, three. Yeah. Well, we'll see. If it spreads in her capital, she might very well flip. I expect long term she will swap into that religion. All right. But anyway, there isn't a Shaka is presumably going to toss this stack at this city. Let's see if this succeeds. No, it did not. So Shaka just lost a ton of units. Oh, hey, there's the great general being born. To no surprise. Vicky's also on construction. I don't suppose she's plotting. Oh, hello. We have enough on our hands right now. That that could be bad for Cyrus because that is I mean Cyrus has to be the target, right? She's annoyed with Cyrus. He's right on the border. Although her stack seems to be over here. And how about Bismarck too? He's also plotting war. Who does Bismarck dislike? Well, he doesn't like Pakal that much. Doesn't like Shaka. It's either Shaka or Pakal, and which way he chooses to go could be really, really impactful on this game's outcome. Could be a huge deal which way. I mean, I have to imagine he doesn't like this city very much. Time for the Vicky versus Bismarck war. I mean, it's possible, I guess. So yeah, Victoria kind of hanging in there. She does have the Great Lighthouse and a lot of coastal cities. It's true. This stack somehow has not gotten wiped out yet. I don't know quite how that's happened. Pakal continues furiously building wonders in the middle of his war. Anyway. So yeah, we're about to see more action incoming soon. If you wanted to see the shark fin on the power graph, yeah, that's that's a lot of units dying right there. Biz has certainly been building units, hasn't he? Vicky has not been training units at all, but maybe she'll start doing so now. All right, Hanging Gardens for Zara. Not sure he has the happiness to support that. Zara does not have construction right now, so he can't really get through Pakal's cities. He just sniped the one. Although this stack is still randomly wandering around. Just in Pakal's territory. Worst enemy of Victoria? Huh. I wonder if she would go after... I guess she could go after Shaka. She doesn't like him very much. So I'm trying to see if I can spot where Bismarck is rallying his army, because there should be like one place where a stack is forming. Here, maybe here? Maybe here? I don't know. I can't tell. So now Cyrus is the one with a large stack, but I mean, again, without catapults, he can't capture this city, so he probably throws away this stack. Defenders XP at Bactra. Where's Bactra? The Persian city? Not crazy or anything, because most of them didn't defend more than a couple of battles. Seems like Bismarck's stack is in his capital. Maybe. He doesn't really seem to have it in any one spot as far as I can tell. So here's Cyrus throwing away his stack for no reason. Actually, no, he didn't attack. Bakal just got a great general, so he must have cleaned. Yeah, so he finally cleaned up that force that was wandering around. Vicky also got a great artist, so she might bomb like this city or this city, I would expect. What are these units doing? Where are they wandering? Unit AI attack. Where are they going? I have no idea what's what she's doing there. So Zara's continuing to slowly cut down the jungle. If he can ever chop down all that jungle, he'll actually have pretty nice territory, but we know it takes a while. So if there were catapults here, the city would fall right away. In terms of actual defenders, there's 2 axes, 2 swords, 2 archers. The chariots are kind of useless. I still don't think this is enough, even though there's a lot of highly promoted swords. I don't think there's no spears to defend against the immortals, who would. But I mean, it's on a hill with 50% defenses, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's. Oh no, he actually didn't attack again. If he were smart enough to wait for catapults to show up, that would be the best decision. But the AI is not able to think like that. Or just sign peace and then go capture this barb city. There's like 2 catapults in production. So, well, this seems to be where Bismarck has a stack building. This seems to be a potential biz stack. Let's keep an eye on this maybe. See where this is. Oh boy. Well, Pakal. Let's just say it's a good thing that Pakal got longbows. He won't be able to hold this city. Great general for Cyrus. Cyrus did launch the attack on that city, and it did not succeed, as you would expect. All right, well, we got to mark down war number 3. Could be some trouble for Pakal, because he is not really in a position to defend against this. He's definitely going to lose this city. I don't know if he loses any more. Um, but 2v1 is not great. Now, does Bismarck have construction? He does not. So I don't think any core cities of Pakal can get captured because he doesn't have none of his enemies have construction tech. But it's a problem to say the least. Pakal on civil, yeah, I mean Pakal's one solution is just out tech everybody, get to units that they can't really compete with, and hope that that's enough to win, which it very well might be. Unfortunately for Bismarck, that's an auto raise and not a city capture, but it is a city down for Pakal. So how many cities does Pakal have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's a good number, but he really can't afford to lose much more than this. He certainly doesn't want to lose any core cities. Like the ones he lost were just random colonies. Okay, that's not that big a deal. But he really can't afford to lose. Like he can't afford. He does not want to lose this city. This former Barb city is very strong. Or this would like this city's new, but it would be. It's getting there. It's going to grow into a more powerful city. Shaka's building up a new stack over here. Oh, there is a catapult. Ah, there's a catapult in this stack now. So now you might start to see some progress made because there's a catapult here. Yep. It'll take a while, but once those defenses go down, that city could fall. This city still does not have walls for no reason at all. Still no walls in there. Anyway, so let's keep an eye on where this biz stack goes next. He moved it back here. Zara is wandering around with the stack like, oh my. That's a lot of units. It's a good thing that Zara doesn't have construction yet, or else he might literally be able to take Mutal, which is like the best city in the whole world. It's a good thing there's no units or no catapults in here, because that's a lot of units. And like this is going nowhere. So yeah, Pakal in some danger. I would say that Cyrus is in great shape, except I think Vicky might be plotting to go to war with him because she's plotting with someone and she doesn't like him very much. Otherwise, I'd say Cyrus is in great shape to just run over Zara. Or not. Wow, I keep getting the names confused. Run over Shaka and then like be in great position to go from there. But he could also be in a two front war. Both of the favorites could be stuck in these two front conflicts. Yeah, better hope Pakal doesn't attack out of Mutal. Because if he did, he'd be attacking. What is there? There's a river here, right? Actually, no, I don't think there is a river here. No, the river doesn't connect on this side. Like, if Pakal attacked out of this city, he'd be attacking into the forest. He'd lose all his units, and then the counterattack would probably take Mutal. But I still think that what we're almost certain to see is just Zara suiciding his stack, because that's how the AI usually plays this. Yeah, and that's what happened. Oh, wait a minute. Um, where are all the defenders in here? It's just chariots and catapults, which don't get defensive bonuses. Uh-oh. Well, Pakal does move first. Pakal does move first. Um, he's not really going to capture this city, is he? Okay. I think it's going to hold. But it's yeah, Pakal was able to reinforce his capital, but wow. It was close, you guys. This was pretty close. Some of these units will be able to promote and attack again, but it looks like it's going to come up short. But still, yeah, the axe was basically the only real defender. The axe killed a ton of units. If that axe had not moved into the city, I really think it would have fallen, because the axe probably killed 2 or 3 swords on the attack. All right, and they pause to heal, so that'll give time for the city to reinforce. But wow, Zara coming close. Oh boy, scary stuff there. Anyway, so this city's down to 30% defenses. This city will fall as soon as the bombarding is done. How about what is Bismarck up to? So he is apparently gathering a stack up there in the north. Zara is still not researching construction. We can take a quick look at the power charts. So Cyrus is still up there. Zara, that's him losing his stack. Pakal lost some units. And did Vicky cancel her war plotting? She is, in theory, still plotting for war, but I don't really see units. I don't see like a big stack from her. Like I see a warrior up here. Shaka will be in some real danger when this city gets captured because he doesn't have a lot behind this. Also, his cities are really suffering for lack of. He has 1 happiness resource. Yikes. No wonder his cities are so small. Like compare like it's always a big deal how the happiness works. Like look at the size of Shaka's cities: 7, 7, 8, 5. Compared to the size of Pakal's cities: 19, 11, 14. Similarly over here: 15, 11, 11, 12, 13. Just you can work so many more tiles when you have the happiness resources. I mean, there's still a decent Shaka stack wandering around, but like this stack is now coming to reinforce the other stack that has 1 catapult. So Shaka's days may be numbered here, especially if he's dumb enough to slam his stack into this one when it's in a forest tile. Yep. He lost most of that. So he killed a lot of that Cyrus stack, but he lost most of his stack in the process. And meanwhile, this larger stack is still chipping away at the defenses of this city. So Bismarck has not really done much after that initial attack. Excuse me. This city over here, Goth, is not very well defended at all, so this stack could certainly do some damage. This group outside Mutal is more or less dead, and Zara doesn't appear to have built another stack afterwards. But Biz is now on construction, so and Shaka's also on construction, although Shaka's in a losing war. It's more significant when someone's on the side of a winning war. All right, it looks like Shaka killed a mini Cyrus stack over here. These horse archers seem to have done well in that little trade. So there's a lot of units in here, but again, once the walls are down, that offensive stack should be able to clean them up. A lot of injured horse archers over here. Bismarck got a great general. I still don't see too much fighting between Bismarck and Pakal. I guess he's got, wow, this city Goth is not well defended at all. If Biz could just get some units over here, I don't know what he's doing with his units. He could easily take this city because Pakal, we know, does not build that many units. Although Pakal did clean up this stack over here from Zara. Pakal really, really wants to sign a peace treaty and get out of this fighting. I'm sure he desperately would like to get peace. Still don't know what Vicky's doing either. Just building, I think. Pakal's going to finish Statue of Zeus. Good for him. Make it hard, make it that much more painful. All right, so continuing to make it painful for people to attack him. Chichen Itza and Statue of Zeus to follow in 2 turns. Now, should he be building wonders in the middle of these wars? That's a little bit more questionable, but that's Pakal for you. He likes to build those wonders. All right, wait, what? The attack actually failed here? Wow. Huh, I thought for sure that this attack would break through, but apparently it came up short. All those archers holding out. I don't know if those were bad dice rolls or what, but I thought for sure that this city was doomed as soon as that stack hit it, but no. A lot of archers with no health left, apparently surviving. I'm surprised. Really thought Shaka was doomed as soon as that attack came in, because this is the key city. Once this city falls, all the cities behind it are mostly on flat. I guess this city's on a hill too, but most of the cities behind it are on flat ground, and they would falter pretty quickly. But no, didn't happen. Was not able to break through. One of the times where my read was wrong because I kept saying as soon as the walls are down, that city's dead, and I was wrong. Does Pakal have horseback riding for elephants? I suspect we would have seen them by now if he had horseback riding. And no, the answer is he does not. Not yet, at least. Yeah, archers with hill defender promotion. I mean, we know that Shaka has some very highly promoted units. So it looks like Bismarck made a really lousy attack on this city and just promoted the defenders. Looks like he just threw some random units at it. So this is a better stack over here. Although I don't know that they'll have much success against longbows in a city on a hill. All right, and there is the Vicky attack that we thought would be coming. So as I said, danger for Cyrus. Stuck in a 2-front war here. And good news for Pakal. He gets peace with Zara. So we have a pretty big swing in the game right here on this turn. Cyrus fails in his attack. Vicky comes attacking with a pretty good stack. And Pakal now is only in a 1-front war instead of a 2-front war. Big brain Christian. It is amazing that this religion pops up in a city, and then Pakal just flings Christianity into the one city that's next to him, and like as a result, Cyrus now has a religion that no one else is following. Kind of amazing how how much worse Cyrus's diplomatic position became as a result of that. Yeah, Vicky grabbed Colossus too. So this attack should probably be able to capture this city. It's not on a hill, and like that's a lot of attackers, but yeah, not an especially well defended city. And you don't really want to be dealing with Shaka's gazillion units when you've got an attack on the other side. I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrus gets a peace treaty here with Shaka. It would certainly be in his best interest to do so, but we'll see if he actually does so. Sometimes Shaka just doesn't want to sign a peace treaty either. All right, so now Bismarck is stuck in a 1-front war instead of a 2-front war, and that's probably not the situation he wants to be in. Because this stack is not look like it's going to capture cities defended by longbows. Big civic swap for Cyrus. Oh, and now that conflict's over too. Oh, whoa, wow. Okay, it's peace treaties everywhere. So now the only war is between Vicky and Cyrus. That could be bad for Vicky. That could be bad for Vicky. Because Cyrus is definitely stronger than Victoria in a 1v1. Also frees up Shaka to go attack someone if he wants. He doesn't really even dislike Cyrus that much. All right, so again, I think this city will get captured. I don't know how much progress Victoria will make beyond that, though. But yeah, as I said, she should be able to capture that city. So she moves first and Cyrus moves second. Yeah, that city is not holding out. There's like no defenders left in there. So she'll get this city, and then we'll see if Cyrus is able to respond now that he doesn't have Shaka attacking him. So that whole war between Shaka and Cyrus ended up not amounting to anything, except a whole lot of units got killed on both sides. So this city should get captured, and then as we said, we'll have to see how Cyrus is able to respond from there. And Pakal just continues wonder building. Vicky got a great merchant. You know, her score did pop up close to Cyrus's. The one thing that really worries me about Cyrus, who of course I have picked to win this game, is just his diplomatic situation is bad. It's that Christianity poison pill, such a poison pill. Having that one religion that no one else is following is Pakal. So peace is always in Pakal's best interest because he can out research anyone else in the game. So yeah, he's just going to continue. Like when he's not at war, he's like, all right, I'll just continue teching along. So that last sequence really went well for Pakal, getting peace, not losing any more territory. So he did lose 2 cities, which is not nothing. But he kept his core intact, and now his biggest rival Cyrus is in a war that and just lost a core city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is 9 cities enough to win the game with? I don't know. I don't know if it is. Usually you want to see a leader get more than that, but Pakal may try to win off of that number of cities. Boy, there's a lot of injured units in this city as more wonders get finished. Where's Cyrus's? You know, he's got a big stack up here. You'd think that this would just walk down to Gordium and recapture it. Cyrus definitely still has metals. He has an iron resource right next to his capital. Oh, wait. It's one tile outside his borders. Okay, he still has iron somewhere. Where's his other iron? Oh, he's over here. This city, he does have iron from that spot. Too bad for Cyrus, he hasn't been able to get peace in ages. Like, he probably could use some time to develop his cities. Where is his offensive stack going? So he had a big stack up here. And just triggered a golden age. Is he like moving it through someone else's territory? Turn off the resources for a second. He had a big stack up here. I don't know where it's going. He should be able to recapture this city, but these units are starting to heal. As I said, I don't expect Victoria to make any progress beyond this city, but sniping a core city like that does do a lot of damage to the AI. So Pakal gets yet another religion. And okay, Shaka declares war on Bismarck. All right. I believe that's the philosophy religion that was just founded. Not the divine right religion, but I'll double check just to be sure. It was the philosophy religion. Okay, where is the Shaka stack? He declared war, but I don't see any units like crossing the border. Did he like attack this city? Oh, you know what he did? He attacked Stuttgart and didn't capture it, and all the units died. That's what happened. Wait, did I update the war counter yet? Because I don't think I did. Or did I? Did I get the Shaka Bismarck war, you guys? I'm assuming I got it because I did. Okay, thank you. I'm assuming I did because people weren't saying in chat that I missed it. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so this city, Vicky moved the units out of the city, and I don't think she's going to hold this much longer. But in the meantime, Shaka should be able to capture Stuttgart, you would think. Although Biz is reinforcing. Meanwhile, down here, this city looks like it has one longbow with 0.2 health left, so yeah. Yeah. Came out of resistance and then got obliterated. So Cyrus takes that city back. And I'm not sure that there's a lot that's going to stop Cyrus from continuing onwards. All right. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye out up here. Boy, this was a bloody fight for both Biz and Shaka against Stuttgart. Well, that didn't work. That did not work. Um, Bismarck was able to hold that city. So Shaka just not looking too good here. Has not been a good game from Shaka thus far. And all of Victoria's units in Persian territory got cleaned up. All right, now let's see what the power situation looks like. So Pakal is tops. He's emerged from the fact that he's not in a war as on top. Cyrus is second. Shaka lost some units, and Vicky lost a fair bit of units. Again, the GMP is kind of more the story of the game because Pakal is continuing to, well, be Pakal. He just built Sistine Chapel. Oh. Okay, now that I wasn't expecting. Well, Vicky first to die looking a lot more likely now. It's actually a good move from Zara because this is a good chance for him to get some more territory for himself. If he's going to be a player in this game, this is the way to do it. Oh, that city is not defended. That is not a well defended city. One longbow, or two longbows, one mace. Now, there are no catapults in this stack, but that's actually good because it means he'll just attack immediately and not bombard and give Victoria time to reinforce. So, Zara, he does have construction. He just doesn't have any catapults in this initial stack. Oh boy. Well, nice knowing you, Canterbury. It did cost him pretty much that whole stack to take it, but takes it. Oh, and Cyrus has switched to Hinduism. Well, he's on Team Hindu now. Switching over to that's actually a big deal. That's going to improve his diplomatic situation enormously. Now he's friendly with Bakal, but he still doesn't. But he doesn't like Shaka. I think we may be tending towards the Pakal first, Cyrus second that was so widely predicted. Just because now Cyrus is less likely to get dogpiled. He'll also become friends with Zara as a result of this. All right. Well, again, some change, some reversals here over the following turns. Boy, Coventry is not very well defended at all either. So now it may be who gets which spoils from Victoria. So there was nothing of particular interest in that city. Nottingham has the Parthenon in it. London's the biggie. London has a lot of good. I mean, look at this city. This is a very important city. Great Lighthouse, Colossus, Hagia Sophia, Temple of Artemis. Okay, that's not great. And the Mausoleum in here as well. This is a super duper valuable city. Cyrus also has it, but there is also a chance that Pakal just sits back in text and Cyrus keeps expanding. Like, there's a good chance that, so let's say Cyrus, we're just theory crafting here for a second. Let's say Cyrus gets half of Victoria's territory. Then he comes back and takes over all of Shaka's territory. I mean, if he has 25 cities and Pakal has 9, are we that convinced that Pakal still wins? Maybe. Maybe. But there's a path here for Cyrus. I'm not seeing a path for the other leaders to win at the moment, barring weirdo Diplo shenanigans. I think it's probably going to be Pakal or Cyrus, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So Shaka is still at war with Bismarck. And Bismarck seems to be winning that war right now. Although neither one of them is very strong as a leader right now. All right, so for the moment, it looks like neither side has really got a big stack together, although Cyrus is... He does have a catapult here, so he'll be able to start reducing the defenses, but this is a well-defended city. Longbows in a city on a hill are very difficult to crack, even with catapults. So if Cyrus wants to become a big player in this game, he's going to have to do more than just recapture his own city. He's going to have to actually take territory from Vicky. And this stack right here is not going to be strong enough, I don't think, to kill longbows in a city on a hill, but we shall see. I mean, we've got Zara pushing over here on the other side, although Vicky just terminated that unit with extreme prejudice. As far as Biz and Shaka, there's a stack on either side. Let's see if anyone can set up a proper siege, though. Vicky's on guilds, which will be nice to give her knights. Biggest issue for Vicky is she just doesn't have very many cities. It's been her issue the whole game. 1, 2, 3, 4. She only has 6 cities. That's just not like her economy is awesome, but 6 cities is 6 cities. Actually, there's not that many longbows in this city. Maybe this city can get captured if the defenses are down. It's on a hill, but it's the longbows that are the really nasty units. If there's no longbows, if there's only like 3 longbows in there, maybe. Because like maces are good defenders too, but I'm really not seeing a lot of I just see 2 longbows in there. Pakal got his shrine. If you're curious, his religion has been very well spread. 26 cities thus far. Over here, Zara's. Does he have any catapults in here? Did he just forget to build catapults? Oh, there's one. There's one catapult. Well, this city has a castle in it, so it will take approximately 5 billion years to capture that. All right, so got this down to 2%. I still only see the 2 longbows. This might be, well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's not enough. But it's not impossible because like the horse archers don't get defenses. The crossbows and the maces will be really tough to kill though, because this is mostly a stack of maces and they just do poorly against defending longbows and defending crossbows are rough matchups for them. Still, it's not impossible, but I think he probably comes up short here. Yeah, it didn't really work, did it? Didn't really work. A lot of injured defenders, but not that many actually died. So Vicky holding out for the time being. Zara's stack looked like it took some danger too. So we had a request to see if Pakal was plotting war. I doubt he is, and he is not. Also a request to see what his beaker rate was. 377. Bismarck 72. Victoria 202. Shaka 121. Cyrus is actually fairly comparable. 292 to 377. Zara 137. So there you go. Problem for Cyrus is obviously he can't compete with Pakal on same number of cities. He needs to capture territory. And we should also peek in on this war too. It does not look like either side is punching. Oh, this has got a siege going on the Zulu capital, but I think we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe, I guess it's not that well defended, but this doesn't have that many units in there either. So yeah, this attack just has not succeeded. As I said, just really hard to kill longbows in a city on a hill. It would have been much better for Cyrus to target this city, which is not nearly as well defended and is not on a hill. Like if he swept through these 2 cities first, he could take both of them, I think, without too much trouble. Meanwhile, over here, there's 1 catapult against the city with 100% cultural defenses. Can we get a close-up on the Persian crossbow? Okay. There you go. One of the more interesting ones. Coventry is also outside of the wall, indeed. This is an era where offensive warfare is pretty rough. Guilds, knights can actually kill the longbows, and that might be enough to make a difference. Meanwhile, Pakal's like, I will continue building. I will continue building. He's just like, leave me alone, and I'm going to continue the eternal infrastructure Christmas, as we once referred to nonstop building. He's also about to get the liberalism free tech here. So diplomacy has broken his way well in recent turns. All right, so that attack on Shaka's capital did not go anywhere. So that didn't achieve anything. And this deck's just healing. Yeah, I mean, this city's been reinforced and not breaking through there. Maybe with a stack of knights can break through. Knights and trebuchets might be able to get it done. By the way, how has this Barb city still not been captured yet? So that's where we stand. We're 200, what are we? No, 150 turns in. GNP, yeah. I mean, everyone else is fighting. Pakal is not. I mean, you can kind of see what's starting to happen. Production, that was the golden age for Cyrus. Food, Pakal is now pulled ahead of Cyrus in food. Power, Cyrus is ahead by a lot in power. Again, if he can ever get through the defenses, what's what is this? Culture? I don't know what that was on the bar graph. Pakal apparently detonated a culture bomb somewhere at some point. He does not appear to be plotting war. Nope. If he were, he probably would go after Bismarck because, well, he's actually pleased with everyone. He's super friendly with Victoria and Cyrus. He's least happy with Shaka, but he's pleased with him. He just seems to like everybody right now. So don't expect to see him start too many wars because, oh boy, Zara apparently attacked and it went about as badly as you can see. With Vicky's economy, if she ever gets to rifles, she's going to be relatively safe. The danger for her is that she gets wiped before she can get there. Like Cyrus just finished guilds, so he might be able to add knights. He apparently is attacking this Barb city with this immortal, amusingly. Actually, Pakal is a random longbow coming over too. Anyway, so she continues to clean up these stacks in her territory. I thought that she was in severe danger when it turned into a 2v1, but she's been handling it very well thus far. Like, I think long term, she's still in really bad shape, but like for now, she continues to hold her territory. It's unfortunate for Cyrus that he's going for Divine Right. I'm sure people will ask what is the free tech that Pakal got. So he has taken Nationalism, pretty standard grab. So he will build a Taj Mahal for sure. Does not have the Mausoleum. Vicky has the Mausoleum. Oh yeah, up here these two are still at war, but neither side seems to be making any progress at all against the other. That's why I haven't been watching it too much. Not that Cyrus and Zara are having much better luck. I don't know what. Oh, this stack must have gotten hit with collateral damage or something. So it feels like all our wars are just at a stalemate right now, which is again advantage Pakal if all the wars are stalemated. And Zara has just signed. Zara has just skipped out on the war entirely. So he sniped Canterbury, which gets him something, but otherwise has not achieved much in this war. Cyrus didn't really want to fight this war, I don't think, and he hasn't gotten anything out of it either. Cyrus's best move might be to sign peace, go kill Shaka, and then come back later when he has better tech. As he's not doing much right now. I mean, these knights are better, but it's just so hard to kill longbows in cities on hills. What made you pick Cyrus over Pakal? I liked his start. I liked the land that he had. Um, and I thought that Pakal could get 2v1s, which actually did happen. I thought Pakal could get 2v1, and that's exactly what happened. But Cyrus has not been able to make progress against either of his opponents, and that's allowed Pakal to just play the peaceful game, which is what he wants to do. So, yeah, this is not going to. The thing that has killed Cyrus, and I mean just killed him in these games, his targets in these wars: city on a hill, extremely well defended; city on a hill, extremely well defended. Like he did not. It's just dumb luck that he has picked these locations. He could have like picked targets that were not so, like we said, he could easily run through this city, and he might actually do so because he's got another stack moving in that direction. He is unfortunately attacked at places that are very difficult to capture with his forces, and like once again, just goes nowhere at all. The Barb City is still alive, yeah. Pakal has founded 6 of the 7 religions in this game. Or no, that was founded by Persia, actually. Huh. And yeah, the Barb City is alive with 1 unit remaining. So I suspect Cyrus will take this at some point. Although He apparently is walking away now that there's one defender left. This city probably will. Cyrus might actually have success here because it's outside the wall, as we joked. But he has had no success capturing Nottingham whatsoever. Just too well defended. So no defenses in there, and no hill. Honestly, I think the hill bonus is a little ridiculous for longbows. They get plus 25% from the hill, and then another plus 25% by virtue of being longbows. It's like an innate. Here, we'll just pull it up in the Civilopedia, just so you can see longbows. So an hills are innate 25%. Then you get another 25% for being a longbow. Then another 25% for city defense, and then another 25% with full fortify bonus. So you got that 6 base strength plus the first strike plus 100% bonus plus city garrison promotions. It just makes it absurd. If they're not on a hill, then it's like half that bonus. It just is a gigantic difference. Oh, it's good flavor, but it makes it really hard to. It's noticeable that the cities on hills are so much more difficult to capture than the ones that aren't on hills. Like this city just goes down instantly because it's not on a hill. I mean, I agree. It makes sense. Wait, Shaka's back again? Poor Cyrus. Declared on twice by Shaka and declared on by Vicky. He hasn't attacked anyone and he's been attacked 3 times. Oh man, poor. It's like everyone's like, no, we want Pakal to win. Let's go out of our way to let Pakal win. Expect to see a peace treaty here between Cyrus and Vicky. I suspect he'll just sign a peace treaty. Vicky just lost a city, so she probably assumes she's losing the war. This city has a castle though, so it's not going to fall, at least not immediately. This may be a big mistake for Shaka. Shaka just can't stop fighting wars, can he? So I'll be curious to see if there's a peace treaty signed between these two. That's probably Taj. Yeah, Taj finishing. Anyway. So let's see if Shaka's able to. I mean, Shaka's just kind of behind in tech. If Cyrus ends the war with Victoria with this city in his hands and just stops there, it's probably a decent conflict for him, although he's been at war forever with somebody. Also, how is the Barb City still not been captured yet? Like, Shaka does not have much territory. And we're getting closer to the era of gunpowder units. But Pakal just, no one attacking Pakal means he's just running away with the game. How about Bismarck? Is he back to plotting war? Boy, he's researching machinery. His tech is not good. Neither of these two are plotting war. So we'll see if Vicky decides to put a new stack together. She does have a fair number of knights over here. But in the meantime, I'm trying to watch Shaka's offensive, I guess. Cyrus gunpowder. Here comes some knights just randomly out by themselves. Which just got cleaned up by Cyrus. Killed them pretty easily. Another shrine for Pakal. He has not spread Islam at all. That probably was not worth a shrine. But 36 gold per turn on his main shrine there. I'm not going to zoom in to look at the knights. We've all seen the knights many, many times. All right, here's the main stack for Shaka. There's 23 units in this stack. Looks like he used it to kill a Cyrus mini stack. 25 units in there now. So even though Cyrus is the second strongest AI in the game, with him being in a 1v2 war, it's always a little rough. So yeah, Pakal's still just the 9 cities, not plotting war. Apparently his goal is he's probably just going to try to win this with just the 9 cities, which is not a lot. Nope, has not queued up rifling. Had the question from multiple people in chat. We'll see. He did pick up replaceable parts, but not going at least immediately for rifling. All right, this is a well-defended city. Is this on a hill? No, this one's not. A lot of Shaka units, but city's pretty well defended. Gonna take a while to cut through that. Although Shaka does have 25 units, so maybe. There's another pretty strong Cyrus stack over here. Keep waiting to see if Victoria is going to put a new force together. I'm still surprised that Vicky and Cyrus haven't signed a treaty yet, because Vicky has a pretty peaceful interest, and Cyrus, I can't imagine, really wants to be in a two-front war like this. So who captures the city? Not Cyrus. Uh, Pakal. Cyrus would have taken this city ages ago, but the AI generally doesn't go for the barbed cities if they are already in a war. So a little unfortunate for him. He should have gotten that city with ease, but he was always in a war, so he could never capture it. So Pakal randomly walks a unit completely across the map and takes it. Yeah, we'll see if this attack is able to succeed. It's mostly horse archers, though, and there are a couple pikes in this city. Maybe the collateral damage can be enough, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Again, I think if Cyrus could just get into one war at a time, he'd be in much, much better shape. As far as Zara, excuse me, he is apparently back to plotting war again, if you're curious. So who does he dislike? Well, it has to be either Vicky or Shaka because he can't declare war on anyone he's pleased with, and he loves all his fellow Hindus. So he's not going after Pakal. By the way, Pakal loves everybody, so he's just not going to attack anyone right now either. If he gets into free religion, it might switch up. And Bismarck is not plotting war. So most likely Zara will go back against Vicky again. It's that or walk all the way across the map to attack Shaka, which would be hilarious. So this attack should be launched in a turn or two here. And judging by the fact that he seems to be rallying his forces over here, I suspect Victoria is the target for his war. I suspect. If Pakal ends up doing culture, he probably wins faster, honestly. Culture is a faster win condition for him than space. So it's probably better for him to go for culture. He also has Chichen Itza, not Sistine Chapel. Yeah, so that attack, well, actually did have decent success. I saw a lot of injured units, but I didn't realize that the defenders took that many losses. So that actually went reasonably well for Shaka. He might actually capture this city. Let's see. Not on that turn. Looks like they both paused to heal up a bit on both sides. I'm curious about the power situation. Shaka, okay, Shaka, they both lost a decent number of units, is what that's showing there. So you can just see from what Pakal's researching that he's definitely ahead in tech. Uh, like I hate to break up the flow of the game too much. He's going for communism right now. Picked up scientific method. The next closest is Victoria, and you can see she's a ways behind. And then I believe Cyrus is the next closest in tech. Cyrus will have cuirassiers as soon as he finishes his military tradition, which is a pretty nice spike for him. But he'll then have to go back at some point to clean up the top part of the tree, and he's still a little ways away from rifling. Vicky has still not put together another stack recently. Here comes even more. Wow, is Shaka really going to capture this city? Shaka just feels so weak, and yet, like, he's researching Alphabet, but it looks like he is going to capture this city because there's like nothing left on defense, and he's even bringing up yet another stack. I am just kind of surprised that Shaka has spent the whole game throwing himself at Cyrus. I thought that there was a chance they could fight, but I thought it was more likely that he would fight with Bismarck, but has not been the case in this game. He has really gone after Cyrus. Yeah, this has got to be built up for an attack on Vicky because he's got so many units right there. But it looks like Bactra's going to get captured here. Or no, not on that turn at least. Huh. Cyrus is number one in the game in power. Where are all his units? Thought he had more units than this. Maybe they're tangled up with Victoria or something, or for some reason he has like 7 pikes here instead of putting them in the city that's actually being attacked by horse archers. It's like, yes, we must put 6 pikes over here in Sardis, not over in Bactra. Anyway, AI stuff. He pieced out on Bismarck so he couldn't plot on him. I think that's true. I guess that's right. Yeah, so Shaka actually does capture this city that he spent a gazillion turns attacking. I legitimately did not think he would take that city. Poor Cyrus, attacked so many times by all of his neighbors in this game. Second strongest AI on the map, but has not had good luck diplomatically after the early turns of the game. So keep checking in here on Zara to see if he's charging in here. Like, Shaka obviously can't win the game himself. All he can do is just kind of like hurt other people in the game. But like, losing this city obviously hurt. Now he's lost this city. I think he will, if he can ever get peace with Victoria, he'd be able to get that back. But he's kind of gotten stuck in this war stuck in this two-front war. And like, we just know the AI does not handle two-front wars. Oh, he did sign peace, but gave Coventry back. Wow. Not a great decision. Not a great decision to give that back. Or no, he liberated it back. Why would the AI do that? Oh boy. AI is such a moron in this game sometimes. That was not smart. Oh well. Now he gets his one front war. And if Bismarck ever plots war, he'll get his two front war. But this means Vicky's probably not going to die anytime soon because she's not going to be in a two front war. Probably just her against Zara if Zara comes across the border. Still, like, after all that time and effort to capture that city, to just hand it back at the end of it is pretty crazy. Poor Cyrus. He had the opportunity to snowball this game, and it just has not happened. He better be careful that he doesn't lose this city to Shaka, too. Shaka is so far behind in both tech and territory, but, like, his single-minded focus on attack, 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 attack sometimes actually works for him, because he literally does nothing but just build units in every city. So it sometimes really does work for him, and he's like temporarily doing well here. I like legitimately feel bad for Cyrus about how this has been developing. Also, he has, like, if you look at the charts, he was tops in power. Oh wow, wow, did that war go badly for him? How did he lose so many units? Whatever he did, it was a disaster. He just lost like his whole military somehow. Crazy. Anyway, so at this point, it seems hard to believe that anyone could defeat Pakal because like the game has been static the entire game. If you want like if you're not rooting for Pakal, you need a leader to start snowballing over the rest of the map, and that just has not happened. No one has died, and no one is even close to dying, which means that the financial leader just runs away with it if that happens. It is just a little bit weird that like no one's been able to start snowballing the game. It's just been all pure building the whole game. If Cyrus conquered all of Zululand and then Germany, could he win? I mean, in theory, yes, but like by now it would take him so long to do that. He's like, I feel like he's just run out of time to do that already. Like, how long would it take Cyrus to conquer that much territory? Yeah, Pakal has like 9 cities, but like if no one else has more than 9 cities, that's plenty. So like that's why I wasn't big on Pakal. Is I was like, he's not going to expand. He's just going to stop on 10 cities, and I was right. But what I was wrong on is no one else has been able to get past 10 cities either. Um, it's just like the way the game is broken is anytime someone looks like they get an advantage, someone else attacks them on the other side. Yeah, I really don't know what Cyrus has been doing in this game. Well, I know what he's been doing. He's been getting stuck in two front wars constantly. Oh, it looks like did he sign peace or no? He recaptured the city. Well, this might be the turning point then, because Cyrus is no longer in a two front war, and he now has much better units. He has cuirassiers to whatever the heck Shaka has. Elephants, like I think elephants are his best units. I don't think Shaka even has maces yet. Or does he have maces in his... No, he has maces. Okay. But like on the tech tree, it's really not close between them. Well, actually, Shaka has guilds. Never mind. Not that big of an advantage then for Cyrus. I mean, he's got, 8 additional techs, but he's going for... All right, he's going to have Grenadiers soon, and that's a pretty big attack upgrade. Didn't go the rifling path, went for the military science path, but Grenadiers will get odds on every unit that Shaka can build. As cuirassiers do as well. Um, And now that the Crosshairs are in here, this is Sardis is not going to get captured. So it does look like Cyrus has started to turn the tide here, as you'd expect, because he's so far ahead in tech compared to Shaka. Um, Also, Zara, were you ever planning on attacking Zara? Are you still plotting war? Because Vicky's gonna have rifles by the time you actually declare war. And Pakal just looks like he's got this one in the bag at this point because no one's been able to snowball the whole game. He didn't expand, but apparently he didn't have to expand on this map, for what that's worth. Still, it's not a guarantee. There could always be some weird Diplo stuff. But then again, everyone loves Pakal anyway, so yeah, the city's still holding it. This attack has to come in like right now because the defenses are all the way down to 0%. Let's see. No shot. All right, well, Shaka stopped to heal, and then the Karasirs attack. Oh no, he signed peace. What the? Another inconclusive war with no outcome? What? Every war just ends with no outcome? Oh boy. I mean, you could not script a better scenario for Pakal than, oh great, yeah, everybody loves me because everybody has my religion, and every war ends with no one capturing territory. They just fight, lose units, and then no territory trades hands, and then they sign peace again. Oh boy, poor Cyrus. I thought that he had wiped that. I thought that he had completely killed that stack, but instead he decided to sign. I mean, Cyrus hates Shaka. He's been attacked twice by Shaka. So yeah, like the odds of him going back to war at some point are pretty high. I mean, he can't plot war right now with I mean, you're still plotting war in theory. Obviously Pakal is not. Vicky is not. Bismarck is apparently all right. Bismarck is plotting war, so he's going to probably attack Shaka. Yeah, Shaka has made so many enemies. I can't really see him surviving to the end of the game. Now, poor Cyrus, if that Barb City hadn't gotten captured, he could have taken it. But long since taken now. So now we're finally in a situation where everyone's at peace for like the first time in ages. I'm going to keep the folk camera over here because I suspect Bismarck's going to declare war on Shaka relatively soon. Or Shaka will declare war on him first. Because they definitely don't have open borders. As Pakal continues getting an era ahead of anyone else. Shaka is completely insane. Oh, man. Completely insane. He was at peace for like 3 turns, 4 turns. Not a lot of time. Let's say that not a lot of time. Crazy. Never a peaceful turn with Shaka. Nope. All right, he's going back to war here. Well, how long do you think before Cyrus declares war on him? He can't. I know he can't plot war right now, but as soon as that peace treaty wears off, you would think. I guess it's still possible for Bismarck to be first to die because we still have not had anyone die in this game yet. I think it's more likely that Shaka is first to die since he's managed to make a serious enemy of Cyrus. Or, I mean, I guess if Zara and Vicky, Zara and Cyrus both attacked Vicky, that could be first to die there. But just like this merry-go-round, everyone fights, but no one ever loses territory or dies. Oh, there's Shaka. It took a city. So Bismarck doesn't have guilds yet, but oh wait, Zara. The plotting was against Zara. Was against Shaka apparently. He was not plotting to go back to war with. Was not plotting to go back to war with Vicky. He was plotting to go to war with Shaka all along. Okay. I did say that was the only other option. It just didn't feel likely. All right. Well, so that's a thing. Well, Shaka first to die sure looks likely now from the top rope. This will get gifted back to Bismarck because it's entirely surrounded by his territory. Well, Cyrus, if you want to get any territory from this war, you probably need to hop into this sooner or later. We'll see if he does. I would suspect he will. once he can plot war. Looks like he's going for rifling now. Yeah, Shaka, maybe a few too many enemies in this game. Maybe a few too many enemies. I think I have the counter correct. So, as expected, this gets gifted back to Bismarck, since it was completely surrounded by his culture. So, Nangoma looks like it is not long to remain in Shaka's hands. Oh, then again, he does have a lot of units up there. For Cyrus, I'm wondering how much longer until he can declare war. Yeah, he's plotting. I don't know if he can declare war yet on Shaka, but I suspect he will. I think Shaka is his target. It's that or Vicky, but I don't really see him going back to war with Vicky just yet. It would be foolish if he did. Although Vicky is ignoring rifling tech right now, so there is kind of a window. Although Cyrus is also ignoring rifling tech. Well, we'll wait until Shaka's dead and then we'll look at the game state again in more detail. Could be good for Bismarck if he's able to capture most of the territory up here. I guess Zara could technically also take some of this territory, but it's so far away from his core. Although he's not that far behind Cyrus in score, honestly. Like, if he captured enough territory, he might be able to compete with Cyrus for score. Cyrus kind of needs to jump into this war and start taking territory from Shaka.
It is entirely seemly for a young man killed in battle to lie mangled by the bronze spear. In his death, all things appear fair.
All right, so we've got an attack on Ulundi, the capital, right now, from Zara. Seems very likely that Shaka is first to die at this point. Pakal just continues burning through the tech tree. If he does go space, it's not going to be a very fast space ending, because he with only 9 cities, even though they're very strong cities, 9 is not enough to get through the tech tree very quickly. There's just random Pakal rifles. Call sign's defensive pact with Cyrus. Okay, well that'll get canceled whenever Cyrus declares his war, because we know he's plotting right now. So that seems unlikely to last for very long. Although it'd be hilarious if someone found themselves at war with Pakal and Cyrus in this game. All right, let's see if this attack is enough to capture the city. I'm gonna say no, based on what I'm seeing here from Zara. I don't think this is enough units. But I've been wrong before on some of these predictions. Yeah, that did not actually work. So Cyrus picked up scientific method, then went back for replaceable parts. Is he still plotting war, just out of curiosity? Yep, apparently. Does he have a stack in any particular location? His stack is here, so it seems as though Shaka is the target, since he can walk right onto this tile. Still sucks for him he didn't get this city. Just gives Pakal that one more city. Well, if Cyrus comes into this war, this is going to be an easy Cyrus cleanup of Shaka's territory. Thanks to Pakal's railroads. Yeah, seriously. Pakal who has built railroads all the way through. It's got this one railroad line that goes all the way over to Visigoth there. As we see the units running through. Well, this city looks like it's going to get taken by Bismarck, because Cyrus has been a little bit of a slowpoke here in terms of actually taking territory. Zara's stack just did nothing except kill some defending units. Now Cyrus is going for rifling. No, was his target Victoria? Oh wow, no, his target was not. Was not Shaka, it was Victoria. Okay. Well, all Vicky has to do is research rifling and she'll be fine. Whether she does that, I don't know. Where is she on the tech tree? Oh, she doesn't even have printing press. She decided to hit the bottom of the tree really hard for no apparent reason. And Cyrus is about to have both grenadiers and rifles and calves. So I would say advantage Cyrus here. What's their situation in terms of power? This might be trouble for her. This could be bad for Vicky. That's a lot of units. If it's cuirassiers and grenadiers and then rifles and calves against longbows, she's gonna get hurt pretty badly. Oh, that's right. Zara stopped Shaka's stack. That's true. Meanwhile, over here, Bismarck. Hey, I can get a fantasy point if Bismarck gets a kill against Shaka. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take one fantasy point if Biz is not going to be first to die. Or hey, Bismarck second place. Get into that championship match? No, probably not. But if he takes all Shaka's territory, it's not impossible that he could get second. Not impossible. Anyway, so most of the drama in this game is who's going to get second, not who's going to get first. I doubt it, but it's not impossible. I mean, look, these scores are relatively close. Still, if Cyrus takes over Victoria's territory, then yeah. Now, part of the problem is there's castles in all of these. Well, Pakal finishes the Pentagon. Gonna take a long time to get through castle defenses, but until Vicky gets red coat, she's relatively weak. There's another. Wow, okay. Big stacks against both of these cities. And Shaka continues dying over there. So we've got a couple things to watch here. If the game was peaceful for a while. Oh, did he revolt the defenses with a spy? Because it says one turn. Hmm. Was that a successful spy mission? Well, he didn't attack if that was the case. Like, I don't know quite how that works. I think that these trebs are still bombarding the defenses there. Well, the defenses are down here. Yeah, Vicky might get swept off the map pretty quickly here because she just has longbows. She never picked up rifling. And longbows do not defend against cavalry very well. You may have heard that once or twice before. In terms of culture, right now, there's not too much on the side of Pakal. His last city, Chichen Itza, is not especially close. 500 turns. He would have to turn on the culture slider to have any realistic shot at it. Over here, these trebs will start working on the defenses. I don't know if Shaka even has castles. Or no, he does. He does have engineering, so he has built the castles. So they'll be there for a little while. Meanwhile, Nottingham is. I mean, if Nottingham goes down, I think Vicky's dead. I think she's dead if this city gets captured. Because I don't see how she holds the attack after that. Unfortunately for her, she's still quite a ways away from. I was like, Shaka adopts theocracy or representation. I was like, he doesn't have constitution, and I was like, oh yeah, he still has the pyramids in his capital. You really enjoyed Freddy's Spy Ring. It was a fun game. The ending maybe not as interesting, but how we got to the ending was a lot of fun. I think it was a fun premise for a game. All right, here comes Zara back with a new stack. No, you do not. You do not get the kill. Oh, Pakal went free religion. That's a legitimately big deal because he loses his Hindu benefit with everybody. Now he actually is annoyed towards Biz, and he's only cautious with Vicky and Zara because of those wars. Like similarly, Cyrus no longer friendly, just pleased. So he's still pleased with Cyrus, and Cyrus doesn't declare it pleased. But Zara is only pleased towards Pakal. Vicky and Biz not in love. So it's no longer the case that everybody just loves Pakal and that's it. So that's not the case anymore. There is, by the way, there is actually Cyrus UN victory possibility here because let's say he overruns Victoria's territory. That gets him a lot of population. He would draw Zara's vote and he would be against Pakal. So, like, if he could run over Vicky and then pull a vote from Zara, it's possible he could get up near the amount. He would probably also then have to conquer Bismarck, but it's a possibility. Long, long way off. I just want to throw it out as possibility. Anyway, so over here, Nottingham. Let's see if it gets attacked this turn. Did not. Oh, wow. Okay. What happened to the defenders in Nottingham? They're all dead. That's not good. But we have a capital. Or no, this is not a capital city. I think both these cities are going to get captured this turn. So Bismu's first. So let's watch this. See if that gets captured. It does. Now we'll jump down here. They both got captured. So it looks like we have a race on first to die as well between these between Shaka and Vicky. I'll just keep refreshing the map. Looks like we got a race going on here. So this map that's been static for so long. Also, Biz quietly getting stronger here, as I said, quietly picking up a little bit of extra territory. Is Pakal upgrading? Uh, he is running. He's running 90% science right now. He just finished a tech, so we can't see what his next tech is. Wow, this is a nice stack here. It's a shame that there's two Trebs in this stack. Otherwise, he would just attack and capture Hastings. And instead, he'll stop to bombard. But it's a nice stack there. Could easily capture this. And Victoria is researching steel, so she's never going to get to rifling in this game. Never going to get there. She picked a bad path through the tech tree. Steel, like she needs printing press and replaceable parts and rifling. And that's after she finishes steel. So that's 25 turns away. She'll be dead or so completely crippled. She's basically dead by that point. So yeah, not good. All right, Zara's going to continue attacking. He probably captures this city, but Shaka actually does have grenadiers, so and it's not like Zara has great units there. I still think that this is probably enough to capture that city, but if he fail, oh, never mind. He's got a backup stack coming, so yeah, that'll be enough to capture Yulandi, and then he'll have like this one city that's surrounded by German territory. This city, actually, there I was gonna say is goes over to Persia because of culture, but there's actually no Persian culture on this tile. Like narrowly misses all of Cyrus's territory. So meanwhile, cavalry are running wild in English territory. Now this stack does not have any siege units in it, so that'll just attack. And there's five. Okay, there's five trebs. That'll take down the defenses pretty quickly. But this stack probably just attacks, and honestly, there's very few defenders in there. Might be enough just to capture the city. Meanwhile, over here, Bismarck is going for this city, and Yolandi will probably not be attacked this turn. How has Sistine culture affected Bismarck? Well, I'm sure it's pushed. I'm sure it's pushed him back a little bit along the border. Oh, never mind. Those stacks merged together. Wait, where was that? York? Oh, what the? He took a city on this side with just a random stack of cavalry? Okay. I was like, what? York? Okay. So that happened. Um, let's see if Shaka's capital ends up getting captured here. The runaround? Yeah, seriously. This could end up being close on the two sides as far as who gets what, who ends up being first to die. This should be enough with 9 trebs for collateral damage. That's a lot of knights, too. London's under siege, Hastings under siege. This stack is relatively small, but like once the city is taken, this stack should reinforce that. And boy, there's not much left of Vicky after this. She's only got 4 cities left. Meanwhile, over here, Shaka's got 1, 2. They both have 4 cities left. So Yulandi did not get captured, but the defenses were crippled. All those knights, some of they should be able to promote or just attack again on low health. Reasonably close, but it looks like that's going to fall. And even though I think Hastings gets captured, we have to watch if we're going to see an AI capital potentially going down with the pyramids in it too. All right, so Zara does get something out of this war for the first time. And Hastings was captured over there on the other side. So Zara down to just 3 cities left. I really thought that Cyrus would go after Shaka, but I guess he couldn't plot against him because he was still in enforced peace, I think. All right, so let's see how much longer London can hold out here. Call just finished industrialism, the tech that unlocks tanks. Yeah, this city is actually pretty well defended. Oh, whoa, what the? What? Pakal has declared on Bismarck. What? I did not see that coming. Okay, apparently a Pakal was like, you know what? I'm done building. I'm just gonna double my territory now. And I just unlocked tanks. So Bismarck still. I don't think Bismarck can be first to die, you guys. Everyone's like, wait, Bismarck first to die? I don't think so. Don't think that's gonna happen. All right, where's the main Pakal stack? Got to have some monster stack somewhere. Well, Pakal is like playing a different game entirely because he's got infantry and artillery and tanks, and everyone else is running around with like Renaissance era units. He's like, I've skipped industrial. I've just gone straight to modern. Um, well, we have to take the AI's graphs. Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be pretty because his units are significantly more advanced than anything that Bismarck can field. Poor Bismarck. Maybe he shouldn't have declared war on Pakal earlier. It's okay, Bismarck. If you can just capture the last Shaka city, you can still get a point. Oh, he took 2 cities? Where was the set? Oh, both of the border cities. It's okay, Bismarck. You can still finish off Shaka. You can still get me a point for a kill. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Shaka converts to Hinduism. Yeah, little late for that, I'm afraid. Meanwhile, down here, Cyrus is in the process of taking the remaining cities. He just needs to get this stack over here. Let's keep an eye on where Pakal is going, though, because that city, Dusseldorf, I don't think can hold out against Mayan tanks. Yep, that got run over pretty easily. I mean, tanks are a slaughter against rifles. Tanks against longbows is just like, lol. It's just hilarious. Tanks against longbows? Okay. All right, buddy. I mean, tanks are 28 base strength, longbows are 6. Oh wait, what is going on here? These random calves are just capturing cities from Victoria. I guess it's because the cav versus longbow matchup is so one-sided. It's easy to just run through them. Put calls on satellites now. His tech is just absurd in this game. Oh, I should have waited so we could see more of the Pakal angry face. I mean, he's just like charging through what's left of these. He's actually capturing cities so fast I can't even really follow his progress. It's just like a rolling tide of Mayan units going across the border. We had a question about Pakal's beaker. Well, he's at 1,700 beakers. Bismarck's at 100. Victoria's at 200. Shaka's at 81. Cyrus is at 500. I think Cyrus is like the highest. He's at 500 and Pakal's at 1,700. Only 10% of the pool picked Vicky first to die. I don't think she was a likely outcome for first to die. It seems that she will probably be first to die once this stack is able. Oh no, this stack has 1 trebuchet. 1 trebuchet. Oh no, the dreaded 1 siege unit. Meanwhile, yet another city fell. And now there's a tank and artillery column pushing on the German capital. Is it actually possible that Bismarck could be first to die here? Is that still possible? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 cities, but he's losing one almost every turn. Is that actually still possible? It feels unlikely, but I mean, Cyrus has got 1 trebuchet outside London. And like this was just taken by running through Cyrus's territory. I mean, it's literally 1 city every turn is falling. Like, are these tanks and artillery going to be stopped by what's in Berlin? I don't think so. Pakal is running through him so quickly. This also means Pakal basically can't lose the game because even a Diplo like he won't be able to lose a Diplo victory. Yeah, there's the angry Pakal. He'll have enough population to block a potential UN shenanigans. This is just him like putting his foot down on the game and taking control. Meanwhile, Zara is still technically going after the remaining Shaka cities. There's two of them left, but I mean, I still think it's a little unlikely, but like, man, these cities are falling very quickly. If we're curious about the power situation, Bismarck has to just have plunged off a cliff. Yeah, against Pakal. I have Bismarck in the fantasy contest. Man, I sure wouldn't mind him being first to die. Like these tank columns are just racing through. So it's oh, how many siege units does Zara have? Oh no, Zara only has two trebuchets. Might not be that fast if he only has two. And this stack has one trebuchet. I mean, could probably swat aside the defenders at London pretty quickly. But in the meantime, though, the tanks will continue going forward. Like there's a tank column down here. Like that will just race right through Stuttgart next turn. Artillery can take out the defenses instantly. And there's no artillery in that stack, so that'll just get taken out. I mean, this one tank is like literally killing all the defenders at Hamburg because it just keeps attacking, promoting, and attacking again. Because the odds are so like this unit's going to promote, and then it can probably just kill the longbows, even with no ability to take out the defenses. But like Stuttgart is 100% dead this turn, and then we'll just see where the tanks go from there. Quite a race. Hey, or you could just drop in some paratroopers too. Now these are SAM infantry, not paratroopers. Like this stack will definitely take. I mean, wow. Yep. Like so, this offensive is Vicky is slowly falling, but that one trebuchet is still taking its time. And then over here, 40. Like these cities. Oh, now there's 5 trebuchets here, so perhaps that'll get captured faster. How many biz cities are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities left. I mean, another one's gonna fall. Munich will fall this turn. That's dead. Ondini, which is a Zulu city, will fall. This city is easy to capture because it's right outside Cyrus's territory. I don't know. I'm not sure I don't know if Bismarck does end up being first to die, which is like just out of nowhere. Yep, there goes Munich. There goes Ondini. This city has a big stack next to it. It's shocking how fast this is happening. So we just looked at Bismarck like literally 2 turns ago, you guys. We literally just looked at that. So Hamburg, yeah, Hamburg should fall this turn. And I think Bismarck really is going to be first to die now. He only has 2 cities left. He has 1 city left. Out of nowhere, the Bismarck first to die. I'm like, oh, come on. He's surely not going to be first to die. Well, this is totally crazy. I mean, he has one. No, he has 2 cities left. I'm sorry, I missed the other one. But I mean, this city's going to die this turn, right? Surely it's just going to die to these units. And Shaka still has 2 cities left, and Vicky still has 2 cities left. Like, even if London gets captured, there's still Warwick down here. And even if this city, which I can't pronounce, it gets captured, which it should, there's still this city left over here. So, Biz first to die, apparently? Apparently? Somehow? Anyway. So no cities fell that turn. This, oh well, how about some non-artillery units here? The stack is 100% artillery, but like that city's dead, and all that has to happen is a unit just has to walk in here. But oh, it's close. It's close. Look at this race. We had London captured. Bismarck's down to 1 city. Shaka's down to 1 city. Um, so it's all 3 of them have 1 city left. Gonna be close. I have to imagine though that this. Well, we'll see. It's very close. There's no units outside this city. There's no units outside this city, although Cavs could literally walk up to it in 1 turn. Well, let's keep an eye out. Remember, turn order matters too. Pakal plays first in turn order, so if it's the same turn kill, it's going to be Pakal who gets the kill first because he moves before the other leaders. Oh, what's this? Oh, Shaka got a city back. Shaka somehow got a city back. He retook it from Bismarck or something, or it was gifted back or something. Was liberated or something. All right, there's a stack of calves and rifles moving up. There's still nothing but artillery outside this city. How about you move some non-artillery units? Oh, but Pakal can move through Shaka's territory. Liberated it, apparently. So Shaka will not be first to die, but it still could be Victoria. Still could be Victoria. Come on, Pakal, you can finish this off. Oh, Cyrus, the slow pace. The slow pace. He paused to consolidate his stack. And so Warwick is still alive. And with the tanks outside here, that's going to be it. It is going to be Bismarck first to die. Unbelievably, Bismarck is going to be first to die. I cannot believe that he is first to die. And there was much rejoicing from all the people who had Bismarck as first to die. Oh, first to die to tanks. Turn 243. Wow. I'll take it. If I get even if I get Pakal and Cyrus backwards, I'll still get the half credit points for that. All right. Well, that was something. Let's jot this down on our spreadsheet, shall we? And I get the fantasy points. Yay! That guy's on my fantasy team. Thank you, Bismarck, for dying first and giving me 2 more points. All right. Bismarck out first. Amazingly. Turn 243, I think it was. 243. Just double checking on there. All right, Bismarck. Where is he? Here. Playoff 2, turn 240. 43. Oh wait, what the? No. No, he does not get highlighted. I see you guys in chat. There we go. You guys are like, read him out. He did not win the game. It felt like he won the game. All right, so Bismarck's out. I cannot believe I got 9 points out of Bismarck in this tournament, in this fantasy contest. How lucky is that? And then the 1 point for the kill goes to Pakal's owner, who is Ljubljana. Looks like this is going to be a big score for Ljubljana from having Pakal on his team, plus the chance to get more points in potential championship. And so Bismarck is first eliminated. As I said, there was much rejoicing because he was picked by like 60% of the contest. All right, back to Civ4. Wow, that came out of nowhere. What an unexpected result. Crazy how that works. Oh, and kill to Pakal on the spreadsheet. Yes, I will jot that down. So Pakal, his first kill of the season, because he had none in his opening round game. All right. 9 points from Bismarck, 0 from Willem. I mean, there's a fair amount of luck. A fair amount of luck in this content in the fantasy thing. Bismarck, a very good return on investment. Yeah, very good return on investment. He better after he ruined Willem's game, he better give me a return on investment. Anyway, so Pakal has now seized firm control of this game, and we are headed to an extremely early finish. If he goes space as he typically does, he's going to win at a ridiculously early date. This will be like a turn 280 spaceship win or something like that. So probably so early we all miss points for the finishing date. I mean, if you look at he already has finished everything except the modern era, and he just doubled his territory, and we're only on turn 244. Yeah, turn 280, 285 is what he's headed for if he goes space, which is not guaranteed. All right. Meanwhile, we have other exits from the game. I think we're all very pleased that Cyrus waited one more turn, except whoever has Cyrus in the fantasy contest. Probably all very glad that he waited one more turn. So literally it was the difference of 2 turns. Difference of 2 turns. All right. So real quick, let's jot that down as well. So Victoria exits the game. She defended really well for a long time, but all she had to do was research rifling and she wouldn't have died. That's literally all she had to do. But she never researched rifling. Turn 245. Cyrus gets the kill. Oh, we read her out. Cyrus, this is his third kill. So no picking contest implications there for fantasy. Victoria gets rated out. Unfortunately, Walloper loses the last leader. I'm sorry, Walloper. And Kajatlik gets a point for Cyrus. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry it didn't work out. Gandhi was the big failure. Just Gandhi didn't get it done this season, unfortunately. And Red Bismarck on the leader list. Yes. Thank you. Have to read him out as well. Okay. Now we go back to Civ4. For a little while, we're about to have yet another elimination. Because Zara's on the final city of Shaka, and then we're going to be down to just 3 leaders. Um, then we'll be down to just 3. And the question will be, does Pakal want to take out somebody else? How does he feel about the other leaders? Well, he actually is only cautious with Zara because of that early war. Could be dangerous for Zara because because of that earlier war. But Pakal is a fairly peaceful leader. I wouldn't be shocked if he just wants to spaceship his way out to a finish. One nice thing that Cyrus got is, remember, he picked up all the wonders that were in London. A lot of nice wonders in there. Some of them are going obsolete, but Mausoleum in particular will never go obsolete. So definitely picked up some extra stuff there. Once those cities come out of resistance and he grows them, his score is going to go up a fair bit. Because like Zara didn't really get too much territory out of this. I guess he gets like 4 cities um, in former Zulu territories. Boy, does he have like 1 trebuchet in this stack again? Sure, taking his time. As Pakal's like, don't worry about me. Yeah, he has 1 trebuchet here. Like, don't worry about me. I'm just going to research the laser while you guys are researching railroad and physics. He is like 20 techs ahead right now. It's insane. His tech rate, before somebody asks, um, is 2,500. 2,500 per turn. Now he is researching at a deficit, but Cyrus is the next best, and he's not even up to 1,000 beakers per turn yet. Although he is upgrading some units, but still, I mean, 2,500 a turn. He just burned through the tech tree so fast. I don't suppose he's plotting war again. No, he is not plotting war. How about Cyrus? No. No, he is not. Victory screen? I mean, you'll know if again, we'll know if he goes for culture because he'll turn the slider on. But McCall, despite the fact that he likes to build wonders, does not generally go for culture. He usually goes for space, just for whatever reason. All right, yeah. You're still at war with Shaka. All right, again, in the UN. So Zara will vote for Cyrus here. Now, is there enough population? No, but Pakal is 50% of world population, so he can't lose in the UN. That's why that war was so significant. It made it so he could not possibly lose in the UN. Pakal's already built a spaceship part. I wouldn't be surprised. This is a very, very slow kill here from Zara. Very, very, very slow kill. Though he did get the statue of Zeus, or no, not statue of Zeus, Temple of Solomon for Shaka's religion, which is up here. Wow, Shaka never really spread his religion very well, did he? 10 gold per turn from the shrine. Kind of sad. Also, by the way, hi, Birdman. Glad to have you here. All right, so Pakal, he's going for robotics. After that, he needs these 2, so 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs 8 more techs for the spaceship. Cyrus is, I believe, second in tech, and look at where Cyrus is. He still doesn't even have Constitution, Democracy, Corporation. So, like, you switch it over to Pakal, and he has all these techs, and he's up half the Renaissance, the entire industrial, and half the modern era. It is absurdly how far ahead he is in tech. It's literally like 20 techs ahead, maybe 25. This is as big of a tech lead as we've ever seen in a game of AI Survivor, like ever. Yep, sometimes leaders are first to die, and sometimes they have great. A lot of it just depends on their situation. I think that I think we all in the contest were pretty easily identified that Pakal and Cyrus were the top leaders. I do think that this game could have played out with Cyrus being the top leader, but it did not play out that way. Diplomatically, things went pretty well for Pakal. It was a little scary for Pakal when there was the 2v1 against him, but in the end, he was able to hold off the 2v1. He didn't really lose much territory. He lost what, like 1 city? He lost 2 cities. And he held off the 2v1, and then Cyrus was repeatedly stuck in his own 1v2s. By the way, how long are you going to let Shaka hang around here? And, once he was able to just sit in peace for, 80 turns while the other leaders were fighting, it was pretty clear he was going to accelerate past the rest of the field. So we bid farewell to Shaka. Goodbye, Shaka. You entertained us. We laughed. We cried. In the end, though, you declared war on everyone, and it bounced back to bite you in the butt. This is why there's kind of a ceiling on how far Shaka can make it, because he makes enemies of way too many people. All right, so I honestly thought that that would happen sooner, but Shaka's out of the game. He has made the playoffs in 4 out of 6 seasons, though, so he is an okay leader for this competition, but he's unlikely to make it to the championship, although it's not impossible. All right, Shaka, who I believe is going to be a seeded leader again next year because he scored more points. Oh, never mind. He only got 1 point this season. Probably not. All right, turn 253. Are we on? What turn are we on? 258, excuse me. So he's out, and Zara gets a kill. His third kill of the season. Nice. Good bounce back season for Zara. And in terms of the fantasy contest, we need to give Zara that point. Shinatiao, my nemesis, gets the point. But Shaka's out, so he does one of his leaders killed another one of his leaders. Shinatiao, I think it's between me and Shinatiao and Antisocial for who wins the fantasy contest. The three of us are a little bit ahead of the others. Antisocial still having 3 leaders alive is a bit concerning. I have 1 leader alive, so I am all in the Wine a Copback bucket for next week. Kind of need him to win that game. The good news is he's probably going to be the favorite to win that game. All right, so I think that's everything we needed to do there. And now we're down to just 3 leaders. And these leaders all like each other, so the odds of probably not the greatest odds of more fighting in this game. Yeah, they all like each other. So Cyrus can't declare it pleased, so he's out of the fighting game. Pakal and Zara can declare where it pleased, but Zara will never declare on Cyrus because they're friendly. And Zara is probably afraid of Pakal. Yeah, we're afraid of their military might, so he will not declare. So the only thing would be is if Pakal decides to attack one of these two, and with him in spaceship mode, that feels unlikely to me. So we're most likely just going to get a peaceful end of this game. The good news is this game is probably ending pretty soon because Pakal does not have very many techs left to research. Wynakopik is 1 bucket, but it's a hell of a bucket. I agree. Good way to look at it. I mean, he's researching the uber expensive fusion tech. And wait, is he upgrading right now? Yeah, he's running a lot of gold. Oh, you know what it is? He recently finished robotics, so he's upgrading all his units to mechs, like all his infantry and earlier units turning into mechs. That's why he's running part of the slider. Also built the man. This season we've seen very few nukes. Some seasons we have seen a lot of nuclear warfare, but this season we really haven't. So like this is the scary thing about deity difficulty. There is the possibility that on deity the AI sometimes can just it's like, oh yeah, it's turn 285. Well, guess what? The game's already over because the AI's already launched the spaceship and you just lose. Deity's really, really difficult to beat in Civ4. You kind of have to go to war. All right, well, he has slipped down to cautious. Pakal has slipped down to cautious with Zara. Wait, no, we would need to check if Pakal is plotting war. But I really think he's just in spaceship mode right now. Maybe after he launches, he might look to get aggressive. I don't think he's going to go to war with Cyrus. If he does go to war, it's probably with Zara, but I guess it's not impossible to declare on Cyrus. Needs 4 more techs. 5 if he researches the useless stealth technology. I'm exaggerating a little bit when I say that. Stealth is not a useless tech. It's actually a very good tech if you are planning on fighting. Also took a smart path to the tech tree. He picked up the super expensive fusion early so he could get the 2 engines done. That's the kind of thing you would see a human do, actually. Get the really expensive tech out of the way so you can then build the parts. But it's just random. Wait, he switched it up and he moved the spaceship engine somewhere else? What? Okay. Why did he do that? Who the heck knows? It wasn't because he was plotting war. He's probably going to finish the tech tree before he finishes, and then have to sit around for a little bit building the parts. He's also loading up on a lot of nuclear weapons here, so that's something. Loading up on a lot of nukes here. Yeah, he has nearly double the score of the second place leader. He's not that far from domination, actually. He could, if he goes to war with Zara or Cyrus, he might very easily slip over the domination limit. But I still continue to think he's in spaceship mode, just based on what I'm seeing. Abstain. Liz sent me a very cute picture of Sydney. I would show it on here, but I don't think you guys can see. Actually, you might be able to see. Hold on. Do this. Don't I have one of these which is just the... Here, we'll just do this for a second. Can you guys see our boy? This is what he does during the day. He lays on the bed and makes a little nest for himself. Just sent me that. He's a good boy. Anyway, just so you could see that. Anyway, we love him very much. Okay. All right. Hope that was cute. He apparently made a very adorable nest for himself today. All right, so environmentalism succeeds, whatever. Pakal has not researched the stealth poison pill tech. He's been burning through these pretty quickly. Let's see if he goes for stealth with the final remaining tech that he needs. Nope, going for composites. That smart cookie today, Pakal. He did not go for the stealth poison pill. Now he does have to build the 5 composites, but 5 casings, excuse me. Shouldn't take too long to do that. Now he should have gone for labs earlier, but he's going to finish the spaceship probably around turn 277, turn 278, and then it'll arrive 10 turns after that. So right around turn 290, he should be finished, and we'll have a very, very fast spaceship victory. Now he goes for stealth. Again, not plotting war. Cyrus can't declare war. Zara too afraid, rightfully, to declare war. So it looks like we'll probably get the peaceful ending. So that's kind of why I'm doing these turns quickly. Well, he went for stealth because there's literally nothing else he can research. He has every other tech on the tech tree researched. He actually has no choice. If you have every single tech researched except stealth, I believe you have to... Well, no, I think he could research future tech, but the AI will research stealth before they go for future tech. So technically he could choose to go for future tech, but don't think that that's going to happen. All right, how many more casings does he need? He needs 3 more casings. Where are they? One turn, one turn. Where's his last casing? Well, all right, well, never mind. They're all finishing next turn. So 277, and then our finishing date will be 287, it looks like. Because he's going to launch right here on 277, and that'll just be it. Oh, he had it queued up after composites? Okay. I guess I missed that. Woo, there goes a spaceship. That is an early spaceship. Turn 277 is pretty early. So actually the finishing date sometimes I get wrong on this. 1832. So it should be in 9 turns from right now. Actually, it should be turn 286. 286 it should be. 286. Dr. Worklam has it correct in the chat. So I don't see any reason to waste time here. We know how the game's going to end. The only war that can happen is Pakal declaring on one of the 2. So I'll check in on Pakal in a turn or 2 just to see if he's plotting war, but otherwise it's not really possible. Cyrus is a long way ahead of Zara in terms of score, so we are going to get the expected outcome. Pakal first, Cyrus second, and the shocking Bismarck first to die. It was quite a roller coaster ride to get there, but we did end up getting there. So I will get the half points for having the top 2 leaders, but getting them in the wrong order. So it'll be a very good scoring game again because the favorites came through big time. And I think most people had spaceship as well. So should be a very good scoring game. I think I am going to get 15 points, and then I'll probably still be average or below average, considering how many people are going to have all 3 of the leaders correct. We love chalk. Yep, just next turning to the finish line. I mean, none of these leaders are going to declare war on each other. The number of nuclear missiles that Pakal has stacked up is pretty astounding. If he actually were to declare war on someone, it would be pretty scary. But it does not look like that's going to happen. So we'll just let him get his smooth, easy spaceship finish, and that'll be that. Entertaining game, even if the ending was just a next turn for 25 turns. The fact that the game was so back and forth for so long was really quite surprising. Oh, and one of his cities hits legendary culture. Okay. It's like, yeah, I could win my culture too, but let's just finish the spaceship. All right, turn 286, spaceship victory. There you go. Bakal first, Cyrus second, Zara a respectable third, but does not move on because only two people can move on to the championship. So I'm just going to jot down that it's turn 286 before I forget. Very fast game. Was that the fastest this season? Yes, it was. We had a game 8, Vicky's spaceship was turn 292, which was also extremely fast. We haven't had any super long games this year. The latest that we had this year was turn 360, which is still kind of late, but we didn't have like a turn 400 game like we've had some years. All right. So let's watch the replay. The story of this game is that Pakal was able to sit back in tech. He really didn't expand all that. I mean, he's expanded okay. He got out to 9 cities or 10 cities before he lost the city to Zara, and that's not bad. But like you could see, he really didn't look like he was going to make any move to get aggressive. But the game remained frozen in like this very stable state for ages and ages and ages. He did make a move eventually, to his credit, but it took him so long to make a move that someone else could have run over the map while he was still patiently building up. Fortunately for him, that never happened. Cyrus, the one who was most in position to do that, but like when it looked like he might roll over Shaka, he got attacked by Vicky, and then when it looked like he might roll over Vicky, he got attacked by Shaka, and the game just stayed stable for so long. Like up until this point in time, the game is still like we're 200 turns into the game here, and we still have all six leaders alive, and all the borders are pretty much where they were at the end of the land grab phase. But then things start happening. Cyrus declares war on Victoria, starts overrunning her territory, and the big one, where is it when Pakal declares war? Trying to capture the Pakal war declaration. There it is. Pakal declares war on Bismarck. All right. Now I want to make it clear we're running on the slowest setting for the replay. This is as slow as the replay can go on the map. Now watch how long Bismarck lasts. Well, that was about 5 seconds. And then the German civilization was dead. Whoops. And then Cyrus finishes his war, Zara finishes his war, and that was that. And the game was over with an extremely early spaceship victory. So Pakal will move on to the championship game with Cyrus. Two low piece weight leaders. Probably not great for Mansa that there's two low piece weight leaders advancing from this game. So we currently have Mansa, Kathy, Pakal, and Cyrus. Ooh, that's a good lineup. That's a good lineup right there. Feels like we've got some strong leaders in the championship. Mansa, Pakal, Kathy, and Cyrus. This is going to be fun. Looking forward to it in 2 weeks. Just need Wynakopek. Just need Wynakopek to get in there. And then we've really got a murderer's row. All right.